611. I turned the AC on. Hi, John. How's my baby brother? I see you on here. First thing. How you been, John? You been good? Hi, Charm. How are you? How's my baby sister? Are you being good? Because I know how you are. You're like the warrior of Instagram. Don't change the hair. I didn't change it yet. I didn't change it. Hello, YouNow. Hello, Flips and to Easy. I haven't taken it out because it's hot. So I'm trying to keep it in. You know me. Oh, okay. Hi, Walker. How are you? Hello, Miss Ross. Oh, you must have saw the video, huh, Charm? I be telling you I be getting attacked. Nobody be, yeah, that's just two. They go around looking for me. Like they actually search the internet, look for me to attack me. It's so weird. Like it's like 1,000,000 people online and they go looking for me. That's good. Yeah. How you doing, Miss Ross? I guess this is a singles chat room, but people can't find a girlfriend or boyfriend. So as you see, I got my hair clipping. I took my hair and clipped it up. I couldn't do it today. It's like it's too hot. It is too hot. So how's everybody doing today? I can't find a girl at all. You can't find a girl, John. Nobody to have mercy on you. Exactly, Miss Charm. I mean, this is what I go through a lot. You know, I get attacked a lot. That's why I be telling them, I'm like, listen, I put myself out there in front of the screen and nobody knows what I go through. Thank you, Walker. Thank you, Miss Walker. I know, John. Yeah, it's the same here, as you see. It's funny because y'all know I'm cheap. Y'all know how old this hair is. See, the thing about it, my hair, the reason why it lasts so long with me is because I used to take it out before 7 days. You're supposed to leave your hair in at least a week. I mean, not a week, a couple of months. And as soon as somebody stressed me out, it could be out the same day. It could be out within 3 days. I don't know how long I was asking myself, how long did I put this hair in? But I don't know. I had this black wig, and I took the wig and cut it up, and I took the black wig and put it down here. So this was a wig, and I cut it, and I cut the pieces off of it, and then I had a weave, and I took that part, and you know, then I took my real hair and just combed it to the front. You know me. Sometimes I think I should just wear a wig. So how's everybody doing today? What you eat today, John? What you have to eat today? So tell me the thing. I was going to get a chance to charm me, no, Miss Ross. What happened to Chris? Isn't it Chris Styles or something on YouTube? His name Chris something. Was Chris Styles, the singer who was going with the girl. I think her name is a Queen. I heard he got locked up. Like, what's that about? Maybe I'll find out something. I don't know. I was gonna Google it because I was like, I want to find out what happened to him. Because I told him before, not that he's gonna listen to me because nobody never do. But I told him before, when you go out in front of, you're gonna make a lot of enemies and people are not gonna like you. So see, I don't even know. Let me see. No, that's not him. Lord, I got the wrong name. Let me look up him. Okay. Chris and Queen. Chris Sells. Okay. I want to find out what happened to him. I heard something kicked off. Okay. Chris Sells Media Freestyle. Chris Sells Free Message. Meet in Parker with the Mexico. Oh, okay. So, celebrity YouTuber Chris Sells arrested accused of impersonating a cop. Wow. So he was arrested for impersonating a cop? Anyway, I knew he was arrested for something like that. Celebrity YouTube Chris Sells arrested accused of impersonating an HPD officer in a prank. Oh God. Thanks though. Lord. I wish he was my little brother. I'd be so hot in his ass. He needs somebody to keep him out of trouble. They did it off a prank, so that's like how come he got locked up. Should shut this off. Let me just make sure it's shut off. I'm gonna be back there with y'all in a minute once it's shut off, because I know if I don't shut everything down, it's going to go slow. Okay, you can close off now. I clicked you off. I don't want to click it off and then it start to promote a concert. And this happened July the 6th. He's with 4 other people. Oh, come on. That's okay, I said it. Never mind. Thank you, Jesus. Okay. He got locked up for impersonating a prank as a cop. Child. Plus, my sister and her husband almost got a divorce. They had a fight, but they made up. That's why I don't get into fights, John. He was doing a prank, acting like a cop, and that's illegal. Okay. I should have waited for you, Trump. He's not my boo. Little boy, not my boo. I just thought he was, I thought, like, the thing about it was, the reason why, the thing of him and Queen, I was so in, hey Bimbo, I was so in love with their relationship. And I started watching it because, you know, I'm a freak for people in love. So when I see people in love, I'm like, yes, I want me a boyfriend, you know. And the more I watched it, she was like, you know why I left Chris? Because Chris cheated on me. I said, oh my God, this is not how I thought this story was going to go. But hello, water. How are you? Hello, Milmets. And I was like, oh my God, this story, they done broke up. Oh God, I can't. I feel like I'm getting too old, but John, please, you just a baby. Don't do that. You just a baby. You ain't even 20 years old yet, John. You talking about you getting too old. You ain't even old enough to drink, John. Just a baby. Now, I don't know if you're a good baby, but you a baby. Don't stop. I saw you on somebody else's page. Girl, you is like the police. I'm like, Charmed, stop it. You like the baby sister that you gotta keep watching. Just like, oh, you better put a, what's in called? Or you gotta put a police cam on her to make sure she okay. Cause honey, if you don't keep watching that one gonna go after somebody in a minute. Who is this? On your link you shared. Did you need? Yeah, I saw what you sent me about the girl that got killed. The thing about that story, I don't usually do stories about them only because I know it's gonna get a lot of play. So it's not like nobody's gonna find out. That's how I was explaining to someone else. I don't talk about those stories because I know everybody's gonna find out about. I need to tell about people who nobody's gonna know about. The people that get murdered and nobody find out about them. So I have to give them a voice so people can know that this person was actually here and what happened to them. Okay, there's somebody else. Who is that? What was she saying? I thought you were talking about the girl Mia or Maya or something. Okay, there's scammers, thieves. Fuck them both. Did you read what I told you? Nikita Dragon. No, she didn't get killed. She's a YouTuber. Read it again. I wrote you on IG. I have to check that account. I was having problems with. I have to go into that account. I love when a guy gives me a name and I know it's fake and he don't know. This guy hits me up after I told him off. He hits me up and told me that I need to be darker skinned, then I would be beautiful. But my skin is too light, and if I was darker, I would be beautiful. I'm like, what the hell is that supposed to mean? I'm like, first of all, I'm not light skinned. Okay, what about her? Is she the one? Is she's the one who had the sex change charm? She had the SRS surgery. Is that the one that had the SRS surgery? I think she's the one. If it's the same one, but a lot of them don't. Even it must be something in the contract that they don't want to talk about that because I notice a lot. I notice a lot of them don't really talk about issues that's within the community and stuff. Even the one that's like got the big blog. What's her name? With the blonde hair and stuff. I did a story on her too. They really don't talk about stories about that. She's really pretty. But they don't talk about stories like that. Maybe it's on the contract. I don't know. But see, that's what they want, though, Sean. A lot of times people don't The thing about it is, a lot of people don't want to be educated. A lot of people just want to come online and have fun. They don't want to hear real stories. They want to hear, they don't want you to make the day, gloomy. They don't care about real stories. They want you to talk about something silly. They want you to talk about something silly like, guess what? A bear went inside of a cave and ate some honey. That's all they want. So anything else, they don't want to hear that. So, I mean, yeah, they don't. But the thing is, they don't want to hear. They really don't want to hear it. I went on this. I went on a couple of pages about tall girls and stuff. And I was looking at the things they were going through and stuff. And normally I don't usually make comments on people's page because I'm always afraid I'm going to be attacked if I say anything, out the way. I'm going to get attacked or they're going to follow to my page and start attacking me. Listen, I got enough haters. I'm not trying to start a party today all fine on my page and start coming after me. Listen. And I'm always giving compliments on people's page. If I don't agree with something that somebody's saying, I just click off. But it was one guy, I almost said something. I was like, let me just click on. He was having a tuber about tall girls. He did something about short girls, and he did something about tall girls. And when he came to the tall girls, he insulted them. Everything came out of his mouth was insult. And he got millions of views, and I'm serious right now. And he was insulting people. I'm like, you're insulting the girls. Short girls are really cuddly, they're really cute, they're adorable. With tall girls, y'all can wear the same clothes with your boyfriend. He's like, what the fuck? You and your boyfriend can wear the same clothes. You could always get her stuff like on top of the shelf. Like everything about it is a fucking insult. I was like, are you serious? You're supposed to be nurturing the tall girls and saying, I did this story about the short girls and say how beautiful they are. Now I'm gonna tell you some of the tall ones and say just how beautiful. I was like, he was like, and then you don't have to look around because y'all both tall, so y'all can kiss each other in the face. I was like, oh, I clicked off. Yeah, that's what the tall girl said. She was like, leave the tall men alone because we can't have a tall man because all you short girls want him. But short men like tall girls. I mean, it is what it is. I think a lot of short men, I like tall men like short girls because a lot of times tall men don't like being that damn tall. Because tall, it gets in your nerve how much attention you get sometimes. Sometimes people don't like a lot of attention like me. But don't get a choice, you don't get a chance to, you don't have a choice. I don't like attention. That's why I don't go nowhere. And my friend I hang out with, he knows I'm not going nowhere. Like I'm not gonna go because I don't like attention. And people gonna look at me because first of all I'm tall. And second of all, I'm not the most fitting person there is. I don't blend in because I'm like a hot mess. I got my Peg Bundy here on. Oh, ow. Got my Peg Bundy here on. How tall are you, Charm? High males, held tall, short, fat, or thin. If he loves me and treats me. Yeah, but if you get that far, but men are very visual. Really, Charm, you're only 5'6", girl. But men are very visual. They don't want to date you if you're too tall. I'm not saying all men. It's not an all man, all woman. People got their preference, but whenever somebody really want to date you, he's always really little. It's like a little bitty man. And also notice that little guys always got the most mouth. And I watched some of the videos today. But I do feel better. I don't mean to feel better, but I felt better when I watched it. They had a 13-year-old girl and 14-year-old boy. They're like 6'2", 6'3", at 13 and 14. They had another girl up there that was 7 feet tall. I was like, oh my God. And it's weird because when they made her walk down the street, everybody else was little and she was tall. I was like, girl. And you can't do nothing with her, like hang out with her. She's only 14 years old, which means that she's just a baby. I like tall men. I've been with men that's really tall, but that's living. I've been with the littlest man and been with the tallest. It doesn't matter to me as long as they breathing. When we played in bed. That's not true, mate. That's not true, Mels. We all not the same size in bed. I don't know who made that myth up. That's not true. No, that's not true. We're not all the same size in bed. You got to do some construction work to get in that bed with each other. Either half of you in a certain part or other half of you in another part. You ain't the same size. Hi, Teddy. How are you, love? You're all not the same size in bed. I don't know who said that, especially when people want to get on a doggy style. Child, please, it's like trying to huddle an elephant. It's like trying to huddle an elephant with a puppy. A little small shih tzu with elephant trying to have sex. It's impossible. How are you, Teddy? How are you? But it's just amazing. Once upon a time, it's so funny because I be wanting to go out and stuff, and like I'm scared to go out. I be scared to go out now because I know I'm gonna meet a man. Isn't that funny? You scared to go out because you know you're gonna meet a man, not because you're not gonna meet a man. It's because you know you're gonna meet a man, and your mind is mentally messed up. How tall are you, Mels? I don't know. Are you two spirits? Are you cis male, cis woman? Okay, you trans. Okay, so you trans woman or trans man? Because your last name says male, if I'm reading it right. Oh, your man is 5'9". Okay. Okay, well, I'll give it to you. That's your story, boo-boo, and I ain't mad at you. You 6 feet, your man is 5'9". Okay. I've seen a lot of past ones too, but I know with me in bed, sure. Right. What with me, we ain't the same size in bed. But then again, maybe if I was in the bed being more ladylike. Hi, Jeremy. You know what it is, what it is. If you can find you're happy, just be happy. Hi, Shauna. So is Shauna. I hate when people text me when they have to something. Text me later. I'm not going to text you at all. That's the thing you don't understand. People are so funny. But you know, it is what it is. I don't even care. switch back to the personal account. Can I switch back? Switch back. If you're switching back to a personal account, content and insight from your... Okay. All right, my sister, Miss Shauna. I ain't mad at you. You know I love my sisters, honey. And you got a man. Where you live at, Shauna? What state you live in? Some girls get all the look. What state you live in? Hi, Bodan. How are you, love? Hi, Jeremy. Water. 2 years. Captured a moment of Raven. What did you capture? What did you capture? Lord, you have to ever capture a moment, and then I'll go back and gag when I see it. You saw what I did. I posted a video on this thing is giving me the business as usual. I said log out. You still logging me out. Are you? I know. No, I was talking to Shauna Charm. I know. I was talking to Shauna. I know you want to be the This thing acting up again. I met this guy. He lives in Philly, and he told me he wanted to date me. And I said to him, you got some nice pictures. Who's taking your pictures? And he says to me, I said, who's taking your pictures? Your wifey? He was like, no, it's my girlfriend. I said, oh, so your girlfriend is taking your pictures and you hit me up because you want to meet up with me. He said she don't mind me dating outside the relationship. I was like, really? He said, yeah. I said, okay. Does she know that she's sharing her man? Or are you just saying she's sharing her man? It must be a delay on this thing. This thing is taking long. I don't know if it's a delay on YouNow, but it's definitely a delay. It's a delay on. Are you loving? That's good. Bodan. Bogdan. Thank you, Jesus Christ. Log in as Raven over. Yes, oh! Damn it. Log in. No, I don't want to log in this. Can I go back? Of course not. He just saw some irons from Philly that what which one you talking about, Teddy? Why is this thing acting out? Is this the one I want? No, this is not the one. I was doing some research and stuff. This thing is going real slow. So you're not going out on a date, Charm? Is my bro still mad? I don't know. He probably come back around. I don't know where he at. He probably didn't get a notification. The Philly niggas with the pictures he just wants. Is that where he from? Teddy, I don't know where he from now. I have no idea who this guy is. The only thing I know, he hit me up on Instagram and he told me that he wanted to date me. First he insulted me, then he wanted to date me. And I wouldn't have to answer him, but he couldn't figure out exactly what I was. So he kept starting to insult me, I guess to offend me, to get me upset. And then he started saying a whole bunch of stuff to me, you know, to attack me and stuff, which is stupid. Then he hit me up and told me, he said, I'm so sick of you. He said, I'm so sick of you fucking tranny bitches. Y'all get on my fuck. I'm like, what is your problem? Like, if you hate two-spirit women so much, why the hell you just don't go back to females? And then he got pissed off. And, you know, every time I turn around, I just don't understand why people just can't leave people alone. People going through enough. People going through enough without you trying to start something. It's the truth though, Charm. I mean, he was so mad, and the thing about it was, I had closed that. I opened up another account on Instagram, and he found it, and then I saw his picture on my thing, liking my pictures, like he's on my pictures again. He liking all my pictures all over again. Now you just told me you hate me, you can't stand me, and then here it is, you found my other page, and then you want to, you know. I mean, and the thing about it is that this is the thing I be talking about. A lot of trans women be talking to their killer and don't even know it. And it's a damn shame. That's why a lot of girls get murdered by guys that... Did you just see the girl got killed that went on a date with a guy? A girl just got murdered. He killed her. He killed her. He raped another one and had a third person. Didn't I tell y'all fine men are killers? Didn't I just make a video about that? That's just because he's cute don't mean he won't kill you. I did block him. That don't blocking these men don't stop them. Blocking only stop good people. Bad people still gonna come. I didn't deal with him. Oh my God, Charm. I do not know him, Charm. He's from online. He follows me secretly. You know, it's like a movie. You go outside, you got the killer following you and shit, and you don't know that somebody's following you. You ever watch Misery Alive when Kathy Bates played Misery? He didn't know who the hell this woman was, and she done tied him up in this crazy bitch. That's what when you are a blogger and you're in front of the screen, this is what we go through. And the reason why I posted it, because I wanted y'all to see what goes on behind the scenes. I wanted you to see some of the struggles, just a little bit, of what happens when you stand in front of the camera and people can see you. Some people see you and then they think that you're there for them. They thinking that the Lord sent you to them. They also feel as though you shouldn't be living. They also feel as though they're upset with you because they're attracted to you. They're upset with you because they feel it's just, you got crazy people. I mean, crazy is real. And people don't know what crazy is, but crazy is real. Charm, let me tell you something. When a person is crazy, no matter how much you block them, guess what they're going to do? When you was a little kid, you couldn't get inside the club. Then you go buy IDs so you can get in and lie about your age. People are going to do what they want to do. When people are crazy, do you know locks on doors is to keep good people out? Because a bad person already know you have a lock on the door. You're going to kick it in and come in. Them rules don't apply to career criminals. There are career criminals out here that thrive on hurting people. They don't care what I say. It's that old saying, go, you can run but you can't hide. That's why people have to hire body cards and stuff. High Max, High 59 glitters and hats and Graham 22. But that's how this world is living. You know, you can't stop crazy. Anyway, enough about me. What's going on with everybody else? So how was your day, Charm? How you feeling? How are you, Teddy? How are you, Ross? Who is ever here? How are you, Shauna? You still dating Miss Ross? Whew. It's so funny. Once upon a time, I would go out tonight. I would go out and meet a man and bring him home with me, and yes, it's true, because crazy is real. I have a lot of crazy people after me. I'm like, bitch. It's so funny how men think, though. Like, they think I'm there for them. That's what gets me. It's like, okay, do you feel any better? Oh, okay. It's just crazy. I just don't know. Another thing is that, you know, I was watching this thing on people having babies and stuff, and oh my God, this guy again. He is cute though, but he ain't shit. He is cute though. He ain't shit. And I know I can't be with him, because if he do something wrong, I'm gonna beat the shit out of him. And I know my attitude is not right. Yes, I got to wait. Because bitch, you may want to leave out of here the same way you come in, honey. But I'm about to whoop your ass, honey. I got to stop being an ugly Betty. Child, you come in here to motherfucking Bill Cosby, get your pudding pops ass up in here and we done came together. I'm just over it. I'm not ready to be treated like shit. Yes, I have to wait. Isn't that sad? I have to be wait to treat it like shit that I can start dating. Not start dating so I can fall in love. I have to wait to be treated like shit, then I can start dating. That's sad. Oh, you been dilating? Okay. Well, that's good, Miss Charm. since you're doing your thing now, woman. I was trying to read your text, but something's going on Instagram, so I have to wait. That's good. Wonder where Miss Moore is at. Well, the guy, I don't know what y'all noticed or not, but I've been going through these changes behind this one guy, and I can't seem to shake him out my system and stuff. And I've been having like a relationship with him mentally, because physically I can't have a relationship with him, but mentally I've been having a relationship with him, and it's hard because I can't. I think it's because it's like a spiritual being that I'm in, the two worlds. So it's like two worlds combined. So I'm like with him all the time, and the problem, I know that's why I'm talking about him. Why some go crazy? Because I'm talking about spirits. So don't be surprised if some go crazy because they don't want me sharing shit with y'all. It must be somebody on here that's the killer. I don't know, Charm. Maybe they have a life. And me and him been this. So last night was the first time I actually got a chance to see him when I woke up. Like I finally seen him. Like I was wondering, when am I going to see him face to face? And I was trying to wait till, I thought he was going to come in my sleep, but he actually came in my, hey Lester, how are you, sweetie? Thank you. So I was waiting to see him, and I was asking my friend, I was like, is it okay that I'm having an emotional affair with the dead man? Like I'm having this emotional affair with a dead man. Like why is this happening? Like he's dead. And next month is his anniversary. Hello, X. Hello, Swap. Hello, bonjour, Ham. Like, oh God. I'm having a mental affair with somebody who's dead. Have anybody ever gone through this? I feel like I'm still with him, and it's weird because mentally I know he's dead, but physically I can feel him with me. Isn't that weird? Like I can feel him with me. Like I can feel him here with me now. I be trying to catch him on camera so y'all can see him. But he got murdered. I did a story on him, and and stuff because when he got murdered, his presence hit me so bad. I think for 3 days I was like messed up, and I couldn't function. And then I couldn't find why his presence was on me so bad. It's just he stayed on me like I couldn't move. Yeah. I never met him before, Lester. I never met him. I saw him one time online, and I wanted to have a conversation with him, but I didn't do who I was. And by being who I was, I didn't want to talk to him because I felt like I usually don't touch people's stuff because I feel like if I say anything to him, I'm going to get attacked. Look, I'm trying to get attacked. I get attacked on my own, and I don't need anybody else to attack me. And I wanted to have a conversation with him because I was worried about somebody killing him. So I wanted to say something to him, but I didn't. And like I got to his page one time, he was saying something. I was like, oh, I want to say something to you so bad, but I didn't do it. But the second time, after he got killed, the second one, I got the vision that he was going to do. And I said, fuck it. I'm just going to say something to him. I don't care if he attacked me or not. And that was Concoction. I saw this thing with him being murdered. So I was like, let me hit him up and have a conversation with him so he'll know to be careful. And I started posting stuff and posting. I don't even know if it was his page or not. It probably wasn't. And he actually answered me back, but he answered me back, and I was like, be careful. I was kind of telling him be careful, don't be out there fighting, don't do this, don't do this. But then I found it was another page. Like I don't be doing. But I wish I could show this, but I can't show it to you because I can't seem to get on Instagram. Then I could show you me leaving him a message before he got murdered. And I was trying to tell him to be careful because I had a bad feeling that he was next. And I stepped out of my comfort zone to warn him. And he ended up getting murdered anyway. And unfortunately, okay, wait a minute. Let me see if I can find it. I probably won't be able to find it only because I got y'all here. Yeah, but I don't like it, Lester. Trust me, I do not like it. I never met him, but the thing about it is, so this is the thing, Teddy. I've been dealing with spirits my whole life. Like, I don't like it. Like, some people think it's a gift. I don't like it. Like, I really don't like it. Like, I don't like it. I try to do everything to get rid of it, but it doesn't go that way. People are like, get some sage, honey. They will help you walk with the house. They will help you with the sage and help you put it down. They'll help put the sword outside the door. They will help you get the blue crystals and pour them out. Get that girl. Like, you going through what people are telling you. It don't go that way. You ever hear about people Amityville Horror where they had to actually end up leaving us because it wasn't, everybody tried to do something. It doesn't work that way because they read the books. It doesn't go that way. It's not from a book that you're not in control of them. They're in control of you. That's why I tell y'all when I share a story with y'all, I be trying to find some type of way I could get them on the camera. Because sometimes I could catch them on the camera. Sometimes when I take pictures, you can see the orbs around my face. Like, you can see the orbs. Because if they stand in front of the camera, my face will become like, It's hard. Isn't it hard, Lester? It is hard. I don't like it, though. I don't like it. I really don't like it. And it got to the point where, like, they started touching me, and I don't like the look. At one point, if y'all notice some of my pictures, my face was like this. I had lines on my face like that. I wasn't allowed to go to sleep. And the reason why they didn't let me go to sleep was, if I go to sleep, I will lose the third eye. The less sleep you get, the more closer you are to them, because you're in two worlds. You're in the physical form and you're in the spiritual form. Because with your spiritual form, you can see things clear as long as you don't get the rest. And people call it hallucinating. But you ain't hallucinating. I guess it don't want y'all. Because look at my screen. It won't even bring up the stuff. It won't even let me bring it up. Look at this. I'm trying to show y'all something. Look at my screen. It won't let me show it to you. So, I guess I can't show it to you. I told you it may not let me. Yes, Lester. That's happened to me too. It is like something shoots straight through you. That's why I don't go to the beach. Because I keep hearing people. Do you have that problem too? Do you have people crying in the water? Dead souls in the water that's died, that's actually in the salty water? Like, I can hear them so much that I don't go to the beach because I can hear them crying. Like, it's weird because some people don't, like, you don't hear that. They're like, no. I said, okay, I'm out of here. Because they want to give me a job working in the boat. I said, I'll be damned. I'm not working in no boat. Yes, Lester. Excuse me. He said death to dark skin. Yeah, but Charm, the thing about it, you have to understand, when somebody says certain things, you have to understand that somebody's saying something or somebody pissed because somebody said something to them. You have to understand the difference of it. When a person is speaking off emotions, it's just emotions, they pissed off, but the next day they're not that way. Now, if you think about it, Charm, he said death to dark skins, right? Who killed them? What was the complexions of the men that killed them? See, you got to read in between the line. Let me say something. X was a spiritual person. He walked around with the youth tree on his head. What was it called? The tree of life on his forehead. I knew everything he was doing. I knew the Indians. I knew everything he was doing. I knew everything. But the thing about it was I couldn't say, because it was like, well, who are you? But you have to understand the two ways. People move off emotions, and people move off of pissed off. And people move off of tired. So if a person is pissed off, they're going to move off emotions. When a person's just tired, they usually don't say nothing. They just disappear. But when somebody is saying something, you have to understand that, you know. Okay, that's fine, Charm. Exactly, Teddy. Exactly. I get that feeling too, though. But I be trying to wonder, is it I've done so many stories on girls being murdered? Yeah, Leston, that's the thing. When you done so many stories, like, I didn't know. I educated myself. That's not why I was doing it, because I wasn't trying to educate myself. I was just trying to tell a story about what the girl's been going through. And then, I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened to me. I don't know what happened to me. It just became, I just woke up one day and I just became different. And I couldn't shake what I was feeling. And I don't know, like something happened. Are you high? Why would you ask am I high, Andre? Here comes somebody being negative. 717, here go crazy. And yes, lesson. It's been my whole life. Like it won't go away. The one thing that always scared me the most, I already saw how I'm gonna die though, which is even weirder. I saw my death. Hey Prissy, how are you, love? Yeah, I just always felt like I was brought back here to die. Child, when did I download? How was your day, Peach? How's your day going? No, but no, Peach. This is the thing. Like, no, this is the thing. I had this dream. Like, it was weird, but it was real. And I always question. It's weird because I was going out one night. Oh, let me make sure my butt in, because I know I ain't got no damn underwear on. I'm sitting up here. I gotta stop business. I ain't got no panties on, honey. No, I'm just sharing what happened. I be trying to tell y'all, so when y'all when y'all click on the link and y'all see my face on the news. They're like, oh my goodness, they done got Raven. They got a big sister. It's not funny. They be like, what hair she have on, girl? No, her was glued in. That's Miss Gorilla Glue, honey. I got a great big can of beer, Miss Peach, and I don't want to drink it though. I got this crush on this guy. Honey, sometimes you sound deaf wishy. No, I'm not deaf wishy, Teddy. It's just that it's not deaf wishy. The thing is, you have to understand, when you're in two worlds and you're one person, it becomes overwhelming. When you're talking to living people versus dead people, it becomes overwhelming. That means when everybody else is sleeping and they see another person, you're in a house packed with people, but nobody can see them but you. It's uncomfortable. And it's like, that's why I be trying to tell people, but I be telling everything I ever told anybody about dead people is not because I read it in the book. It's because they told me. Thank you, Lester. Hey, 3000. How are you, love? Case of beer. Girl, you better be careful. You know, Raven, you was like, well, damn, bitch, you done drank all my beer. Because, you know, mother loves the kids. No, it's just, you know, it's just a good feeling. Let me tell you, can I tell y'all a story what happened to me when I was with my boyfriend before I became an Oopala Land? Let me tell you what happened to me and my boyfriend, which he didn't. Let me tell you what happened to, in fact, I'm going to tell you what happened to my boyfriends. That's probably why I don't got a man. This bitch give me the EBGBas. This bitch give me the EBGBas. How are you, lovely R? How are you, sweet? Talk to my hand. Talk to my hand. I love your name, 61. You can hand that over to Hello X Vomits. How are you, love? And the thing is, this is the thing. My first boyfriend. Not my first boyfriend. My first boyfriend, let me see. My first boyfriend was married, so he lied. But I didn't see spirits when did they start really? They started coming when I was younger. But I think it became more of a problem when I got I think it became more of a problem when I was with this one. I can't tell you his name only because, you know, he's dead now, but he's actually a celebrity's uncle. And man was dating and stuff. And the thing is, his how do I put this? Men were seeing each other and stuff like that. I met him inside of a gay club. Remind you, he's married, and I met him at the gay club. Now, he ain't supposed to be in there, but he was in there. And me and him was together. We was in the house. I don't know if you know about Jersey, but we used to live in this pavilion apartment buildings in Jersey. If you ever heard of New Jersey, you could Google pavilion apartments. These apartments were huge. They looked like the Twin Towers, but they were Twin Towers in New Jersey. They were all glass. Like, it was like, the walls was glass. There were no walls. Everything was glass. So instead of walls, it was just glass. And you put the curtains up, because you put the curtains up, people could look straight into your apartment. And I used to work out all the time. And some guy used to take pictures of me with one of them long lens. And we moved into this apartment. I know people are going to start leaving now. So, oh my God, that bitch is talking about the ghost. People get scared. People get scared. We start talking about ghosts, which is so funny. They're like, oh my. So, we in the house and everything. And while we in the house and everything, the apartment. It was a guy that was the owner. He was gay. He liked my boyfriend at the time. And my boyfriend used to laugh because the guy gave him anything he wanted. But the guy knew me and him went together. But the guy gave him anything. The guy was hitting on him in front of me. And my friend would like laugh because he was like, I guess he was flattered. And the guy gave him a great apartment. And the apartment's like $1,000-some a month. But since the guy, for 2 bedrooms, like $1,000. But since the man was in love with my boyfriend, he gave an apartment for like $600 a month. So he took like $100-something off for him. And I was going up and stuff like that. So then, as I'm watching, we got a dog. It was a Cocker Spaniel. And I brought the dog into the house, and the dog kept barking when it got inside the house. Now I knew what it meant. My boyfriend at the time, he knew what it meant too. But the dog kept barking in the house, and the dog barked in the master bedroom. Now me and my boyfriend slept in my bedroom, which was the kids' room. We never slept in the master bedroom because we were scared. It was something about this apartment. It was scary. Now you would think that if we was in a big apartment that's huge, that big, and a master bedroom, you like the shutters, it was big. We slept in the kids' room. This is not the first time I've done this. That lets me know they follow me, which means they're with me today. And we was in the dog and stuff. The dog is barking inside the master bedroom. And me and him laying in the bed, watching the dog, looking in the room, just going off. He going off. So I'm like, okay. And my friend was like, you know what that is? I said, yeah, I know what it is. He was like, okay, you know we got it. I said, okay, yeah. So then, I'm laying in the bed, and then I'm sleeping. So then my boyfriend got up, and he walked into the bathroom. I'm looking at him, he's watching his face and stuff. And I'm like, oh my God, why is he, you know how you look over at your bed, like, why is he watching his face? And then I went to lay down, my boyfriend was laying in the bed, like it wasn't him. So I was like, and I jumped. I was like, oh my God. So he was like, what's the matter? What's the matter? I said, I just saw you in the bathroom. He was like, no, you didn't. I'm here in the bed. I said, no, I'm telling you. So then, after that happened, then all of a sudden, the dog kept barking. So then some neighbor, I don't even remember the neighbor, they knocked on the door. And they said, they asked for some guy. They was like, how you doing? I said, I'm fine. I said, they said, is so-and-so here? They said like this. I said, some guy's name. They said, is so-and-so here? Like they was looking at me like, is it you or is it someone else? They was talking to me like, I'm not sure if it's you I remember or is it not you, you know what I mean? So they was kind of talking to me like they kind of knew it was me, but it wasn't me. And then he was like, he named some name. I said, no, that's not me. He said, oh my God, you look just like the guy who lived in this apartment who didn't want to die and he had AIDS. I said, what? He said, yeah, he used to do rituals because he didn't want to die. And he used to do rituals in the park. It's not funny. Whenever I start laughing, this nervous energy, so don't pay no mind. So if you ever see me start laughing, I'm telling stories because I have nervous energy. It's kind of like a kook. But he was like, he didn't want to die. He used to put candles and stuff around the house and, you know. And I was like, really? He said, yeah. So then, me and my friend at that time, the woman who birthed me, I threw me out the house. I was living with him at the time. And me and him used to go at it. Like, we used to go at it. And my boyfriend at the time, he wanted to break me down. Like, he tried to break me down to control me. And he couldn't do it. Just try to beat on me all the time, so he couldn't really get it the way he wanted, because you know Raven hits back. And now that I'm thinking about it, I'm starting to wonder, was he like kind of possessed, because he used to always keep attacking me, like he should just snap and he would just attack me to the point I was like, I need you to sleep in the other room. He would bust down the door, and once he bust down the door, he would come in there and he would just stop once he saw me. And then my ex at the time, when I went back to work, my ex at the time, he was an Indian. He was like, you and him don't need to be together. He said, because he's obsessed with you. I said, well, he loves me. He said, no, he's obsessed with you. That means if nobody can have you, he'd rather see you dead than to see anybody. What he said? He said, I love you to death, which means that if I love you, if I can't have you, I'm going to kill you. Right. So he was like, so my friend was like, you got to get out the house. You can't be with him. You can't be with him. So I had called my best friend up. At that time, he needed a place to live. I was like, well, me and him sleeping in the kids' room. My best friend could sleep in the master bedroom. So my best friend at that time came over to move into the house. So he moved in to the big master bedroom. He put all the stuff in there, and I put all my stuff in the kids' room, which is like me and him. And he turned on me. Like, he just turned on me. And then I got sick. So I don't know, I just got real sick. And after I got sick, I don't even know what I had. Like, I just got sick. It wasn't no disease, no, in case y'all want to go there. No, it wasn't that. But I got like a real sickness. So I went to the doctor. My boyfriend at the time took me to the doctor. The doctor saw me and stuff. She gave me a full physical. And she gave me some pills. So I told my best friend, could he get the prescription filled, since he, worked down the street from the place. I think he worked like two stores from the not the grocery store, the drugstore. He said no problem. So I'm in the bed and I'm like sick, like I'm like really sick. I don't know what the hell is wrong with me. And it's funny because I kind of understand what was happening to me as I'm telling the story. It's funny when you recollect back, you could kind of get an idea of what's happening. So the thing is, I'm in the bed and I'm sick, and I'm working in the bank in downtown. So I'm working in the bank. I'm working in investments and investigations. So me and my boyfriend at the time was having a lot of problems, but I had my best friend was there. So if anything, I mean, my boyfriend at the time, me and my best friend was gonna take over the bills, and we was gonna take everything together. But my best friend wouldn't get the prescription filled because he wanted me to die. It's not funny, but my best friend wouldn't get the prescription filled because he wanted me to die. And he said that the prescription couldn't be filled because the pharmacy is closed. And I'm like, okay, don't worry about it. So the boyfriend at the time said, you got the prescription filled? I said, well, it's closed. He said it ain't closed. He said, what the hell is you talking about? I said, well, he said it's closed. He says, give me the prescription. So I gave it to him, and he grabbed the prescription. He went down to the store. He got the medicine, and he came back. He's like, I told you your friends ain't your friends. He was controlling, like I said before, he trying to beat me. So when my best friend at the time did that to me, it confirmed that my friends were not my friends. If you ever met somebody that's controlling, they want everybody away from you. Like, I couldn't have friends. I only could talk to my mother. It's kind of like an R. Kelly thing. But at the time, when we don't have nobody that loves you, and somebody's showing you all that type of love, you'll deal with it only because this person loves you that you never had. Like, this person really, so somebody showing you love, you're gonna sit there in it. And you're not going to see it as an abuse, as somebody on the outside looking in saying, you in danger. So anyway, we got to the part, and then he became real controlling. And I think we got into what happened in it? I think we ended up moving out the place. We totaled the apartment. We fist fought and everything, and I couldn't have friends. My friends couldn't call the house. He could have friends, but I couldn't. And then when I used to be at work, he used to go to the gym and work out so he could build his body up real big. So when I got home, he could try to beat me again. And we would just be fighting and stuff back and forth. And he was a big guy. He was taller than me. Whoa. He was taller than me. So he basically took me, and he would try to work out the gym. And I got there, he would start trying to beat me up and stuff. So that happened, and then all of a sudden we was just going through it. So then I don't even know how we ended up moving out of this place, but we ended up leaving each other. I ended up moving Where did I move to? Because I don't think we moved together after that. I moved somewhere else. I'm not even sure where I moved to. That was a minute ago. But I moved somewhere. I moved back. You know, it was a minute ago. So we ended up moving out. We had to leave each other. So we separated. Damn, where did I move to? Did I move back home with the woman who birthed me? I'm not even remembering, right? Or did I move back to my aunt's house? Anyway, we're not moving away from each other. So after we moved out, I think I moved into anyway, I moved into this apartment and stuff. I moved back in with the woman who birthed me. I think that's what I did. Yeah. I moved in back in with the woman who birthed me. And then after I moved back in with her, I was paying her like $500 a month to stay there with her. She had a subsidy apartment. I think it was like $135 a month. So I was giving her like $500 to stay there. So I was like, here, give her $500 and to a woman that's, you know, she had a job. She's a nurse, so she had money. But maybe she wasn't making that much. It was $135 a month. So I would give her $500 a month. So anyway, give it that. So when she paid the bill, she kicked me out the house. And she kicked me out. She's like, it's something you've been trying to tell me. And I said, what? She said, you've been trying to tell me that you're gay. I said, yeah. So she says, well, if you're going to be gay, you got to move out my house. I said, well, where am I going to go? So she told me, she said, well, if you don't move out my house, I'm going to have the cops remove you. I was like, oh my God, you're going to put the cops on. So I called them my job. I told them I had to move out. I called my boss. She was like, fine. And I just told her the truth. I usually lie, but I was like, listen, my mother's throwing me out the house and stuff to leave. So I was like, she's throwing me out the house. I was like, fine. So I moved. So she threw me out. I called up my boss. Well, not my boss. I called up the landlord. I said, could I move in his building? I had moved in there before. That's before, you know. It was a prior time before I was dating a woman. We broke up, my ex-wife. And he let me move in there before I had to pay money. But then when the woman who birthed me kicked me out. Yeah, the woman who birthed me kicked me out. I called my uncle because I didn't have any money to move out. Like, it's like you throw me out and I just gave you all my money. And, you know, I can't say to the woman you birthed me and say, you know, well, give me my money back, you know. I respected my woman who birthed me. I know that some people beat their mothers up and stuff like that. That's not me. I was like, fine, I'll get out. So I got my stuff together. And my ex-boyfriend, so I got my stuff and I put it in a bag. I put it in a car. I had a car at the time. I put it in my car and I drove it over to this place to live. This is a high crime area. So I called the guy up, the landlord. He let me move in. He used to own this building. So he let me move in. I said, listen, he said, I don't have a place for you to move to. He says, my apartments are packed. He says, apartment, but it needs to be cleaned out because I don't have a super. And I was like, I'll take it. I'll take the apartment. He's like, well, you got to clean the apartment out if you want to move into it. I said, I'll take it. So he let me move into the apartment and stuff, and it was packed with furniture and, you know, leave the apartment. I don't know what happened. But it had a living room, bedroom, and everything, so I moved in there. So after moving in there and stuff, my ex, the one I said with the love, he found out that I got thrown out, and he came and got me. And, okay, easy charm. And about it is, I was inside the house and stuff. I moved out. So I found an apartment in Jersey City. And the Indians, which is weird, I went to go see about an apartment in Jersey City, which is close to my house. Well, not close to my house, it's close to my job. Because I was working at another job. It was close to my job. So I found an apartment there. And when I know I'm skipping all those. Look, we can't make a long drawing story, but I left the bank and went to another job. I found another job in Jersey City by the exchange place. So working there, I was making a lot of money. That's why I got the car. So I found an apartment. I went to move Jersey City. So I found an apartment. I went there. It was a bunch of Indians that was there. They thought I was Indian, so they didn't do no background check. They was helping their people. I'm not Indian, but they thought I was Indian, so they let me move in. And I moved into they let me move in with 1 month security and a half of 1 month security and half for one month and a half security once they saw. And now, like I said before, this is Gabrielhood. This is not Two-Spirit land. So when I was gay, everybody thought I was Indian. Like, everybody thought I was Indian. It wasn't nothing to be discussed. Everybody just knew I was Indian because my hair was long. I told you, my hair been long forever, so my hair was long. So when I showed up, they already knew I was Indian, but I wasn't. And they saw me, they showed me the apartment. When I say apartment, this apartment was so huge, it was way beyond God's compare. You went upstairs to the 3rd floor. It was it was actually 2 ways. It was the front door and it was the back way. The back way you can put it to room. It went all the way across to the roof, which all the way to across another building was this big. And I was like, oh my God. And then I was like, I'm gonna take it. So I moved in there. My ex ended up my ex found out that I had moved out. This week came and helped me move. The same ex that was fighting, same ex that kept saying, you know. So he helped me move stuff, and then we left it at that. Then all of a sudden, he moved in with me because he had nowhere to go. So fine, he moved in with me and stuff. So we moved in together and stuff like that. After we moved in, me and him started right back fighting again. He became more strict on me than before. Because and see me being stupid at the time, I'm thinking that is love because I never knew what it was like to have somebody love me. And when you don't know what it's like to have somebody love you, you take love any way you get. Especially if somebody's showing you attention, pick you up stuff. He used to buy me clothes, pick me up food, surprise me with gifts, flowers, balloons. He always had gifts for me. So I never got experience type of love. Like I never knew somebody could love somebody where he loved, like he was obsessed with me. But to me, I didn't look at it that way. I looked at somebody love me finally. And then we started fighting again. It started all over. He was jealous of that people thought I was so pretty. People thought I was, remind you, this is before transitioning. So people thought I was so pretty. Everywhere we went, people was like, oh my God, who's that? Who's that? Who's that? So then when we fought, he stopped punching me and he started taking his nails and pulling in my face and started scratching my face up. Now, remind you, he's not a butch queen. He's not a femme queen. He is a hardcore man. Like he's tall, he's like 6'4", dark skin, built hard man. Like he started shit with people. He was just that dude. Then he would just scratch my face up. So when I went to work, they was like, are you fighting girls now? I said, no. Who you had a fight with? And you know, at the time I was DL. That's why I understand the DL life. Because I couldn't say my boyfriend. I was like, my roommate. They was like, and you know, people not stupid. That's what I be telling y'all, people not stupid. I was like, my roommate. They was like, why is your roommate from you like this? They was like, what is he trying to take your face away from you? And you know how you don't want to answer nothing. Like, I don't even want to talk about this, but you know, you get quiet because you know, if you be very quiet, people stop talking about it. So I had went to this thing. Yeah, he did. He went after it. So this is the thing. I went to work. That's just at my ex-wife at the time. I had an ex-wife, but he was ex-divorce. So the thing is, I don't want to say too much about that only because I can't even share that part with y'all because it's too much risk. That means too many young people that I done helped out, and I don't want to do that to them. It's a lot of questions they probably gonna want to know, and I can't share it just in case they're on this channel with a fake name and there's somebody, you know, I can't part and I can't share because they're gonna put it together. But anyway, I went to the adoption agency because I wanted to adopt my own child due to the fact that my ex killed my kid. So I went to adopt my own. So I went to the adoption agency. I got 2 boys. I had 2 sons that I was adopting. And I got their names and everything. I went to the adoption. They did the fingerprint. They did the background check. So I passed the adoption. So I had to go see my 2 sons that I was adopting. And then, I don't know, it hit me. Are you really going to bring up 2 kids into this environment with you and him? Because these kids done been through enough, and now you about to bring them into an environment of you and him. So I was like, I mean, like a dumb. I should have just kept adoption and moved into another apartment. But his obsessionist with me made me scared for the kids that I was going to get. They were born on Valentine's Day. And I was scared to bring them to that environment because they already been through enough. And I wasn't going to do that to them. And he was obsessed with me, and I was scared that he would either kill me in front of them or he would kill them to hurt me. So I let the adoption go, and they kept calling me, asking me what could they do. What's that home? They want to do homesteading and stuff because they want to do homestead, make sure, you know, the kids have a place to stay. Now remember, this place was huge, so they had a place to stay. 2 rooms, 1 here, 1 here, plus the bedroom, plus the salon. It was huge. So I was like, so then I can't part with y'all either. Oh my god. And it's like it's so much I can't share because I have to protect young people because I don't want them to, you know, if they find out shit, they ain't gonna find out through me. But it was a lot. But I didn't adopt them, and I left it that way. And then me and my ex was still fighting, and so we was going at it. And then we went to the club. It was a club in New York, and these guys was like, "Oh my God, you are so fine." And he got mad at me because they complimented me. So he just said, so he punched. So we started fighting in the club. Now remind you, you're supposed to go to the club and fight other people. We fighting in the club and we together. Now remind you, we have to go home together. And we fighting in the club together. So now, they kicking us out for fighting. And they don't even know that's my boyfriend. And we in the club fighting. So they thinking that we're 2 strangers that just didn't get in the club. So then we get out. This is in New York. So we get to New York. We leave out the club and stuff. And we go into the car. We got to the car. And I sat down in this car seat, and I was like, I can't do that. I went through enough with the woman with me. Now I'm with them, want to kill me. Now, what am I going to do? So then, at this point, we're in the car and stuff, so we about to go. What's this? We was close to Lincoln Tunnel. So I just said, I punched him in the face. Oh, I got anger issues, so I punched him in the face. We start fighting in the car, and we in the car fighting. We going at it now. We going in the car. We fighting in the. Remind you, we the time when people like, oh shit. Now he put the car in park. We in that car. I mean, we is going at it like just like I turned that. It's not funny, but we in a car, and people like, oh shit. This is before the cell phone day. So we going at it. We fighting. He grabbing my head, he pulling my hand. I'm punching him in the face. He just scratching my face, so he's scratching me and blood on my face. He's just scratching me, and I'm punching him. He getting hickeys and hickeys and hickeys and hickeys in his face up. I'm just fucking his face up. So now you would say, well, wait. So we stopped fighting and stuff. We sweating and stuff. We sweating like dogs because we got tired. That's how hard we fought. So I said to him, I don't know what's wrong with me. I love you, and I don't want to fight no more. That's what I told him. It's funny. It's not funny, but it's funny. So I told him I apologized to him, and I said, listen, I'm hurting, and I'm going through a lot. So just work with me, you know, and help me get through this. Help me get through this. So he said, all right, I'll help you because I know you mentally messed up. I said, okay. So So we got through the door, and I said, bam! I put him in the face again. It was a trick, bitch. So I got him in the house. We fighting again. We going at it again. We tearing the fuck out of me. We going and we fighting. I punched him in the face again. He's scratching myself. He's fighting like a cat. And I'm fighting him. And we just going at it, going at it. I mean, the whole house is getting fucked. My house was Egyptian. My bedroom was Indian. My house was Egyptian. What's this? Timbuktu or tomb things and the Egypt things and the whole living room. We just fucking up everything, and I'm tearing up shit. I had what's some things called the lamps with the ladies on it, with the, you know, the lady lamps with, they got the scars and stuff like the Jesus Christ angels. We fucked, the whole house is fucked. I had tall lamps, everything just fitting fucked up. We fucking up everything. We fighting back. He fight me and I'm fighting back. So I knew I had to leave because I knew I wanted him. And the fact that I knew I wanted him dead, I said I can't sleep in here. I have to go. So I called up the woman who birthed me, and I said, I need a place to stay. Because if you don't come get me now, I'm going to kill him. Like I knew I could kill him. I knew it was it. And at that point, remind you, my apartment, he's in my place, but I had to call him get out of my place. And I left him there in my place. I had to leave, because if I wasn't going to leave, I was going to kill him. Now, all my furniture, all my clothes, all my stuff on board, everything is in there, because I'm helping him out. I had to leave my place for helping him out that was homeless. So now I'm leaving out my place, and I'm moving out. The woman who birthed me, she came to pick me up with my ex-wife. So they both in the car came to pick me up, and I put shit in the woman who birthed me car. Now remind you, they never even been in my house before, but they knew exactly where to come. So they came to pick me up. I put myself in the car, and we drove off. So the woman who birthed me was like, she's like, y'all can't live together. And the thing about it with her, I knew she knew, but she didn't want to know. And the thing about it was, we got in the car and stuff. You know, when you have to call somebody up, that's, you know, you have to hear their talk, which means you got to hear them tell the story of, you know, all this bullshit. You want at that time, you don't want to hear it, but you gotta listen to it because you called them up. So I'm in the house and everything, and I called my job up. I got my face is scratched all up, and my ex was like, why when he fight you, he keeps scratching your face up? They was like, now remind you, my ex-boy told me, my ex-wife done told me, the woman who birthed me done told me, it's like he's trying to take your face away from you. And it's funny because I was like, even though I heard what they were saying, but when you really love somebody, you hear what they're saying, but you in love with this person. And the thing about it is that people can say, oh girl, you could just leave, just go away. It's not that easy because they give you a love that you've never had, even though it's abuse with it, but it's a love that you never had, this upstanding shit. And I was like in the car and everything, and I'm listening to the conversation and stuff, and I'm like, so got to the house and stuff, and that was it. I think I've got the story mixed up. I think that's I moved back there with her. I think when I was throwing the money there, I think that's when she threw me out. I think I got it a little mixed up with the way she kicked me out. So anyway, so then my friend called me up and told me, he was like, you know your ex-boyfriend dating a guy that got AIDS, right? I was like, what? He was like, you know your ex-boyfriend is dating a guy who got AIDS. I was like, what are you talking about? He was like, your boyfriend, your ex-boyfriend is dating a guy that got full-blown AIDS. So I'm like, now remind you, my ex didn't allow me to come back and get my, and when I came back to get my stuff, he started busting it up, putting it in the bag. He started tearing my whole shit up. You right. And the thing is, so my friend at the time, he said, your ex-boyfriend. Let me tell you how fucked up my life been. My best friend, to show you how much of a friends I've had. That's why I say I don't trust motherfucker. My best friend, oh God, I have to be careful because I know people in power. My best friend that I was hanging out with, and this other guy who's like this big time celebrity person, can't give you his name either, contact me and said, yeah, you hanging out with this fucking designer. And I was like, no, my friend is not a designer. And that was my best friend. He said, your best friend is, he said, yeah, you are, you hanging with a designer. I said, my friend is not a designer. So I went to my best friend and I told him, I said, this fucker trying to say you a designer. And he said, I am. Now remind you, we hanging out for 3 years. He never told me he was a designer. Like, I didn't know. So he told me that my ex that I left, that he had, was dating a guy with AIDS. So I was like, so piggybacking all to that apartment, I told you that big apartment we was fighting in. So then I ran into one of my ex's friends, and his friends saw me and started laughing. And I was like, what's so funny? This is before. And the guy was laughing at me because my ex was fucking him and his boyfriend when I was at work. So the reason why my ex kept accusing me of cheating, because he was cheating. He didn't want nobody around me because he was doing the things that he was blaming me for doing, and I couldn't do it because I didn't have no room to do anything because he was on me like this. So he was going with his he said it was his best friend. Him and his best friend used to have sex when I was at work. I didn't know. So his friend was laughing at me. Now remind you, laughing in my face, telling me the story like it's so funny. And I'm like, he was like, he took you through all that and you just let him do that to you? Like laughing, because basically my ex used to call him up and laugh about fighting me and doing shit to me, and like I didn't even know he even knew the conversation. But then again, I was talking to my ex and my ex kept telling me to get the fuck out. Anyway, so the thing is, I got upset, and then I went to the guy who told me his boyfriend, and I told his boyfriend and said, do you know my ex and him was having sex? And he looked at me and smiled. I said, oh, so you was sexing too? I said, okay, that's fine. So I said, that's. If I told y'all who he was, y'all would gag. Anyway, so the thing is, we went through this whole thing. So my friend told me, he said, your ex-boyfriend is dating somebody who has full-blown AIDS. So I'm like, really? I said, are you sure? He said, yeah. So like me, like a dumb. I called to my ex-boyfriend and I told him, I said, somebody told me that the guy you're dating has AIDS. My ex-boyfriend said, fuck you and your stupid fucking friends, you stupid motherfucker. He attacked me. I said, listen, I know me and you don't get along. I know you and I are not friends, but I don't want you to die. Even though you did everything, you done took everything I had, you done destroyed everything I had, I want you to die, because I never had a boyfriend to die. So I didn't want him to die. Hello, 72 Calvin and 53 and 66. So I didn't want him to die. I didn't want him to die, so I told him, you know. So then I came to the parcel, and I came to the house. I said, listen, I know what's going on. So he moved the guy into the apartment that I had in Jersey City. They were living in my house, sleeping in my bed, all my shit. They was in my bed and everything. So I'm like, okay, that's fine. So then his boyfriend had a problem with him still having feelings for me. So his boyfriend got upset when he saw me there in the house. And when I left, my ex gave his boyfriend a beat with a belt. So my ex tried to do the same thing to the new guy he did to me. So when the guy saw him with me, and he saw my ex was his ex saw me, he got upset because he was like, "Why was you looking at him like that? Why?" Freaking out. So he got upset. So when I left, my ex took a belt out. Remember, he's a grown ass man. He took a belt out. He gave his boyfriend a beating with a belt. And his boyfriend, it's kind of like, it's not funny. It's kind of like The Color Purple. Remember, Whippy said, he beats me for not being you. He beat his boyfriend for not being me. And he beat him so much that his boyfriend got so tired of being beat that he went into the kitchen, and got a butcher knife to stab my ex-boyfriend. So when he went to go get a butcher knife to stab my ex-boyfriend took the butcher knife and took it and stabbed him in the head with it. When I tell you. So the Indians who found the house, who gave I rent the apartment for, they want to find out, where the fuck was I at, because they ain't seen me. Because, Raven has presence. So when I walk through the street, I have presence, so people look at me. So they're like, well, where's the little Indian that was upstairs? Now, remind you, I done moved out. And now they got this other guy there and stuff. And they're like, well, where's the little Indian that was here upstairs? So when they found that I had moved and I didn't let them know, they wanted him out. And then, I don't know what they transpired from him stabbing the guy in the head. So the guy goes into the hospital. Funny charm. So he goes into the hospital. And then, when you have AIDS, well, he was HIV positive. He had full-blown AIDS. I don't know if it's HIV positive or whatever. They said full-blown AIDS, but people could be extreme. So he said full-blown AIDS or AIDS, whatever way. So when you have AIDS, you can't be cut open. Like you can't have cuts and stuff because it creates a cancer or something. You could die faster. So you have to be careful when you have AIDS and stuff. You can't be cut open. You can't do a lot of things. You have to be careful with that only because of that reason. At that time. Now maybe things have changed now because medicine have changed now, and PrEP and a whole bunch of the shit wasn't out then at that time. So we got to so when I found out he stabbed him, then his boyfriend dies. Now his boyfriend dies after he got out the house. He died. He ended up dying. I don't know what it wasn't from there, but he ended up dying. So then I had a conversation with my ex, but I had a new boyfriend there. This is the one I was with for 10 years, the pretty bitch, looked like Tony Terry. God, I hope he ain't on this channel either, because that's oof. Anyway, so me and him was together at that time. And I called my ex up, and we was cool at that time, and see if he was okay. Like I said before, I never had a boyfriend to die. So he would be the first one that would die if I didn't try to save him. And I kept asking him, you need to go get tested, for AIDS or something to make sure you're okay. Lord, look at this. As soon as I got to... This is every damn person you know. If you can't do this, then you're part of the problem. So don't complain anymore. Child, who the fuck you sending this to? Raven, the next man you meet that you like. But it's not like that, Les. See, this is the thing. You see, this is the thing y'all don't understand. And I be trying to tell y'all don't understand. People are nice. Nice people kill good people. That's the thing y'all don't understand. Nice people kill good people. They're not red flags. There are no horns coming out their head. They're not turning colors when they walk. They're the nicest fucking people you ever want to meet that walking on this earth. And the thing about it is, you're gonna know. Everybody think it's a sign. Like if you meet a guy who really mean and shit like that, your guard is already up. People get killed because they met a nice fucking person. That's how they got killed. I think they got a girl now that's got murdered from a guy she met online. These people are nice as fuck. They treat you like a fucking diamond. Flowers, candy, open the door, here, boo, I got you this. They treat you like diamonds. These evil motherfuckers don't do that because they don't give a fuck about you. They don't get at the door. And then people think that your vibe, you know, it's not a vibe. Oh God. I'm not even going here with you, Charm. But this is before, remember y'all, this is before Upala Land. This is before Upala Land. This is my neighborhood. So the thing is, and the thing about it was, it was, then remind you, the same men, we just give them different titles. We call them straight, but they're the same men. That's why I be telling people, it's like, you don't know what the fuck gay is. If you think gay is the one to walk around like this, honey, you out your goddamn mind. I met some of the hardcorest men walking this earth, and no way in the hell you would know they was gay. But the girls got this certain flame that he's just flamey and walk around going, what you talking about, Willis? You know, the extra. But anyway, so the thing is, my ex, I called to find out, you know, if he was okay. He had a conversation with me. He says to me, Raven, I have AIDS. He said, I have full-blown AIDS. And I started crying because I was like, you told me, you cussed me out, you told me off, and I'm trying to save you. He said, I know what you was trying to do. He said, but I didn't want to hear it. I said, but why would you have sex with him if I try to tell you? He said, already had did it with him before he told me. I was like, oh my God. I said, well, how come everybody else knew that he had AIDS and you didn't know? And here it is, I know, and I don't even know who he is. He said, well, he know who you are. He said, well, he know who you are. He knew you when I was with you. Wow, I'm sorry to hear that, Peachy. That's hard. Okay, well, maybe you could read people better, Lester. I can't. Because I met some of the sweetest fucking people in life. I met some of the evilest bitches in life and shit. You know, you can't. Anyway, I'm like, so the thing is, me and him got into an argument. Well, his family found out he had AIDS, and they threw him out on the street. So he had nowhere to live. So he was homeless. He was smoking crack and doing all this extra shit. Now, remind you, he's the uncle of a billionaire celebrity. So he's got billionaire family. So, and see, I have to be careful with my words. Hi, Anna, how are you, boo? So the thing is, he was out on the street and stuff, and they said they didn't want him eating any food. They didn't want him eating from the plates, like when he used to eat from the food, the plates. So they would throw the plates in the garbage. He only eat off of paper plates. They suppose paper cups. Anything he touched, they threw it in the garbage. And he said, I can't believe they doing this to me. Like, you don't get AIDS by drinking from glass. You don't get AIDS by eating off a plate from a person that is. So they was like, so when I told the woman who birthed me, she thought it was so funny. I was like, why would you think that's funny that he has AIDS? She said, because when you're that way, you're getting punished for what you are. I was like, oh my gosh, this woman. And then I was like, okay, fine. I guess she was like, that's why I got my insurance policy on you, you fucking. I guess what she was like, I got my insurance on you, bitch, because when you die, bitch, I'm gonna live fabulous. And so I'm like, so he had nowhere to live. So I talked to my boyfriend at the time. I see he has nowhere to live. Me being a dum-dum. And it's my ex. And I said, he has nowhere to live. He's on the streets. Can he come live with us? And my ex was like, I don't care. He said, let him move in with us. I said, no problem. So the thing, see the charm, but see this is the thing, charm. Some people don't mind people that's gay, but they don't want their children gay. Some people can hang around gay people, have fun with it, but their kid better not come home being gay. You got a lot of people who are, what's that word? Hypocrites. You got a lot of hypocrites. They'll hang around gay people, say when their child say they gay, this, you gotta get the fuck out of my house. Now you hang around tons of gay people, when your child comes out as gay, you throw them on the streets. And it's funny, but it's real. Hello, the walking Dino. And Poop. Nice name. And the thing is, we let him move in, and he became friends with he became friends with my boyfriend at the time. And my boyfriend, me and was like, we was kind of going through little changes, but it was never nothing like him. Like, me and my boyfriend didn't fight. Me and my boyfriend used to dress up like girls. Me and my boyfriend used to do a lot of things. My boyfriend was like this. Me and my boyfriend used to dress up like girls. Me and my boyfriend used to hang out. He's my best friend. We used to do everything on the weekend. We used to dress up like cunts and go out and have fun. It was fun to us. But my dumbass went to the next fucking level. I should have stayed. You're not in Kansas any longer, bitch. But anyway, but he was built like what's that guy named that said he got raped? He was bald headed and he did the thing. And he was built though. And we used to go out and have fun and stuff, but we was like best friends. Like, it was not a big deal to us. And remind you, I had a job making a lot of money, and I didn't understand the trans world. I didn't understand the gay world. I mean, I understood the gay world, but I didn't understand the trans world. I didn't understand it. Yes, that's him. That's how he built too. And he was cocky strong. And the thing is, he let my ex move in there. But the thing about it with me and him, we moved into this house. I rented a house because I bought my boyfriend a bunch of dogs, and my boyfriend loved dogs, and I used to love buying him shit. He's the one that couldn't. He's the one I used to spend a lot of money on that didn't appreciate shit. He's the first guy that bought a pair of shoes for $250, $275, $375. I used to take my money and give him any fucking thing he wanted. He got it. So, cause he was like the best fucking boyfriend. I've never had a boyfriend go to work and give me his whole fucking check. Like, he would give me his whole check. At that time, I was bringing home at least $6,000 a month. I was bringing home like $6,000 a month, so I was making a lot of money. And we used to dress up on the weekends, so I had my money, his money. So I used to rent houses. I didn't rent apartments. I used to rent a whole house. I could afford it. So I had bought him a bunch of dogs, shit shoes. I've never heard of those called shit shoes, little dogs. So I bought him like about 4 of them. So he was like, they was all running around the house. They were so cute, and that's what I could watch him play, spoil him. Yeah, he gave me his. I gave him anything man wanted. He got. Like, I would give him. He would point out shit like, I want that. And I was like, the next day he had it. Anything he wanted, he got. And I had no problem spending money on the man. That's just me. It's my man. Why am I not gonna spend the money? When I had money, he knew to go into my pocketbook. When he used to go, I was a drag queen. And I used to go do shows, and I would go show, come home, and I would put all the money on top of the dresser, and he would see the money. He was like, yeah, I was making some good money. Oof. Lester, when I tell you I made good money. And you know what's funny? Let me tell y'all something. When we used to dress up and go out on the weekends and stuff, and we used to dress up like girls and go on the weekend. We used to only do it on Friday and Saturday. It let us get a chance to be somebody else besides who we was. He had a good job. I had a great job. I also got bonuses. I got bonuses. I was working with the wire room and with lucrative funds. I was making money. So anyway, um, my boss at the time, she liked me. She was a white girl, but she knew I was, but she was cool. I think she was real beautiful, and it's funny at the time. It's just weird how she worked it. But anyway, they hired me. So went out on the weekend. I would dress up, get my blonde wig on and stuff like that, go out. So then the guys used to approach my boy. He was my boyfriend, but they used to think we were. They used to call us lesbians because they thought that we girls all the time. We only lived on the weekend. We lived as boys. We didn't live as girls. So this is kind of how this shit started. So we would dress up on the weekend on Monday through Friday. We was back on back on our boy grind. I had credit cards, had money, had a car, a savings account, building. We had money. So they used to come to him. They was like, "So Raven's a prostitute, right?" They was like, and the thing about it was, he was like really, like he would get real aggressive. Like they were scared of him, but they wasn't scared. Listen, ain't nobody scared of me. They were scared of him, but it wasn't. You think they would have came to me, but they wanted information about me. So when people want information about somebody, they talk to the person that's closer to you. So they went to him and they was like, "Raven's a prostitute, right? Like, what does she got?" And this other girl that was trans, she was like, "Yes, honey. Raven got a lot of men, honey. Raven, she sleeps with men for money." Now me. I didn't even know what the fuck that meant. Like, I didn't even know nothing about I know I was one of the dum-dums. That's why I use the word dum-dums. I didn't know nothing about escorting. I didn't know nothing about prostitution. I didn't know nothing about shit. This is what's crazy. Yeah, this is what's crazy. When I went into the gay bar, I told this guy, I was like, now remind you, I would dress up sometimes I go in as a boy, sometimes I go as a girl. It was fun. So I went into the bar, I was like, why is females inside of a gay bar? Like, why are they here? Like, I don't understand why females be in a gay bar that wants men. And this guy said, they're not girls. And I'm looking at him. I was like, what do you mean? He said, Raven, they're not girls. And I'm looking at him, I was like, what do you mean? So he was like, they're men. And I'm looking at him, and I was like, you get that quietness, like you don't say shit because you get quiet, because you're thinking, so at that point you're looking at the persons and you're like, what the fuck you mean men? Like, these bitches got titties and they got hips and asses and they look like girls. And I'm looking at them and I'm in the corner, I'm like, so now remind you, my hair was like this. In fact, it was just like this. And as a girl, this is exactly like this. I think it was longer as a boy, but anyway. So I was like, really? They was like, yeah. And then he was like, watch this. And he called the girl over to me. And he called the girl over to me. He was like, he so asked her questions. He was like, girl, you are so fucking beautiful. Your transition is good. She was like, thank you. And I'm like I didn't know. And she didn't even know she was being examined. And I'm sitting there like, I said, how is this about? How could she look like a girl? Like, how could she look like a woman? How is it possible? He said, this pills. Now, remind you, this is a gay man. This is not a trans woman. This is a gay man. He's informing me on all this shit. And remember, I always wanted to do it, but I didn't think it was going to be a chance for me, because I was like, I can't do it because I'm too, I never could look like a female because I'm too hard looking in the face. I look hard. That's because the one who birthed me kept telling me as a child growing up, she's like, you has got to be the ugliest kid I ever seen. So she told me that all my life. So I always thought I was ugly. That's why when I used to go in the bathroom, I wouldn't turn the light on. I'd be in front of the mirror, but I wouldn't turn the light on. Anyway, so I was like, well, where's these pills at? So it was some guy at the door that was selling hormones. Anyway, so I bought some hormones for him for like $20, and I started popping hormones. That's when it started. Well, not that night, but a couple of, a couple of more weeks in, and I found the guy, and he started selling me hormones and stuff, and and he sold at the door, and I bought it. It says $20, so I bought the hormones, and anyway, so let me bounce back to my ex. So I let him move into the place. So I let him move in, and when I moved in, he became friends with my boyfriend, and he started hating me. Like, he couldn't stand me. He couldn't stand me. He told my boyfriend, I said, can't stand this motherfucker. And my boyfriend used to be like, why are you doing this? If it wasn't for him, at that time, you wouldn't be here. And he was like, so he would go he used to buy my boyfriend stuff and like buy my boyfriend beer. He would never give me nothing. So then my boyfriend would go to work, and then my ex would jump on me and try to have sex with me. So he created a diversion. He created a diversion to make my boyfriend think that he didn't want me. Throw my boyfriend off the fact that he wanted me. So my boyfriend went to work. He grabbed me, pushed me on the bed. He said, "What is you trying to do? What is you trying to do?" So at this point, we're in my new house, one family, and we about to fight again. And then I call my boyfriend, and my boyfriend is like this. I mean, he's built. And I was like, oh my God. So we started going at it again. I told my boyfriend, I said, he can't stay with us. He was like, why? I was like, because he's trying to have sex with me. He's like, what? He's like, but he's sick. He said he got AIDS. Why would he want us? He said, oh, hell no. I guess my boyfriend was like, oh, hell no. He's trying to give you AIDS, the bitch. That mean he give it to you, then you give it to me. So we took my ex-boyfriend and we took him to the house where the rich people live, with the gated community, aka the billionaire, which is on TV now, which is hilarious. And it's funny when I see him on TV, I'm like, But anyway, so the thing is, my ex, we dropped him home. We dropped him off at the place, and we dropped him off. And after we drove him off, because me and my ex was about to fight again, he was like, "What you want to do? What you want to do?" My ex wanted to fight me, and my boyfriend was like, "No, you can't fight him. If you fight him, you'll get blood on you and stuff like that." So we didn't fight. I drove him to his parents' house, his parents, and then he died. Dying, and I didn't even know he died, because after I dropped him off, he went to his house. He was like, "Oh, they're kicking me out. I have nowhere to go." So let him move in. I didn't even know, because I was working this is later on. So I was working at the bar at Chi-Chi's, and somebody came in and said that your boyfriend was dead. Was it him that died there? Anyway, so after that, he was dead. I didn't even know he was dead. And somebody came and told me, or was it there he died, or was he dead, or was it the designer, my best friend? He was dead. And somebody, I don't know, it was him. Well, anyway, 2 people died. I'm not sure whether I was at the bar. I think the one I died, I think the designer one. No, I wasn't working at the bar yet. I was still at the job in Jersey City. I should have stayed there, but I quit. And I was still there, but the designer died when I was at Chi-Chi's. I think he died when I was still working in the financial center. I was working in the financial center in Jersey City, Exchange Place. Yeah, exactly. Because the thing about it, even though I couldn't end him, I did not want him to die. I think that was my problem. Like, I hated him. Like, I really wanted him to get him to death. But when death knocked on his door, I didn't want him to die. And at that point, I used to be wishing him. Like, I used to be like, oh, I'll be glad when God killed you. I'll be glad when you die. I was, look, I'm sitting in the woman who birthed me house, and I had a whole apartment. I'm in here with her. That means I'm going through all this shit. I was like, I want this motherfucker to die. Oh, I'll be glad when he dies. I was just like, wish he would die. And then it's like when my prayers got answered, I was like, no, I don't want him to die. I don't want him to die. I was like, please don't let him die. But it was, you know, it was happening. He was dying, and then he died, and I didn't go to his funeral because I didn't know, but he was dead. And the next thing I know, oh, I think my ex best friend is the one who told me that he was dead. And my ex best friend, who was the designer, me and him had fell out because he was my best friend. Like, I really loved him because I had no family. Yes, 135 Christopher Street, Leicester. That's why I used to work at 135 Christopher Street, New York. Right there by the Christopher Street gas station. I used to work right there. I was a bartender on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. And I used to work the bathroom on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I was the first two-spirit woman that's black to have a job working in the bartender scene in New York City. I was the first one. I got my license and everything. But anyway, so the designer died. Now the designer died. I didn't even know he had died. I found out he died when I was in my bathroom. Now he died. He was my best friend, but everybody told him not to be friends with me because he kept saying, your friend is about to become a woman. Your friend is about to become a woman. And he was gay. No, I don't give out names, Lester. I don't give out names, and no, I can't tell you. I don't give out names. And the thing is, if I could give out names, trust me, I would sink a lot of bridges. You'd be surprised at the receipts I got. But I just don't do it only because of the situation, circumstances. Yeah, I was working at the bathroom. Let me tell you something. Lester, when I used to sit by the bathroom, because you needed somebody to be the security of the bathroom, only because if you didn't have people monitoring the bathroom, everybody would go in the bathroom and they would go in the bathroom and do other things instead of peeing, and people had to pee because it was, you know. So they had me sit there, and I would sit there. And the funny thing about that was the customers was pissed off that I was sitting by the bathroom. When I tell you they was mad, they said, why the fuck is you sitting by the fucking bathroom and not none of them motherfuckers in the front? I used to be like, listen, I'm just happy I'm working. I don't give a shit. Pepper LaBeija. I don't even know. I seen her in a movie. I wasn't for that time. So as time may be, that's before my time. When them girls was out there, Raven was getting cootie cat. I was fucking women. Sorry. Hi, Kathy. Hi, King. Yeah, Raven was getting cootie cat. I was fucking a woman, honey. I was getting cootie cat. I was with a woman a long time. So I was dumb to a lot of things. Like, I didn't know. I stayed to myself. Look. I stayed in the house. Can y'all imagine? I stayed in the house. I stayed to myself. Can you imagine if I never went live? I'd be in the house by myself now, and y'all be thinking I'm at a club and I'm sitting in the house. If y'all didn't get for yourself. Raven, what was your male name? My male name was Michael Jackson. Jamal! Stop. But it's so funny because, you know, I don't know. And the thing is, my ex-boyfriend, the built one, he's the one who named me Raven. He named me Raven. And I kept it when I went to go get it changed legally. When I went to court, so it could change legally. But it's another story with that too. Excuse me. Thank you. Another month. So, I mean, there's a lot of stories that I'm not sharing. I'm trying to remember some of it, but it's a lot more. I'm sure I'm skipping shit because I don't remember everything. But I remember, if I tell you certain things, it's not going to fall right. When I tried to commit suicide, this is a weird. Now, I tried to do it a lot of times, but when I tried to commit suicide, it was actually behind my wife. My ex-wife is the reason why I had really tried to commit suicide. That's the time that I ended up in the hospital and they chained me to the bed. It's behind a woman. So when I tried to commit, it was behind my ex-wife because I loved her so fucking much. And I was like, I couldn't live without her. Like, I just couldn't do it. Like, I didn't want to be. I was like, fuck this, I'm out. And every time somebody saw me and her together, they always thought we were twins. People used to ask us, y'all were twins? And she used to get pissed. And it's weird because that was when I did it. Hi, Carla. How are you, love? So that's when I did it within her and stuff, and you know, that's when I think I really made it to the other side. When I first really made it. When I first really, because my ex, the one that used to fight me, he's the one who went and got me after we was getting divorced and stuff. So he came to pick me up because he knew I loved her so much. And remember, she's the one who talked me out of adopting the kid. See, I can't even tell y'all the rest of the reason why I didn't adopt him. I was scared about him. But she talked me into the rest of it. I can't share that with you because, like I said before, it would hurt other people's feelings and I don't want to do that. So, I didn't finish the adoption because of her. And then he used to tell me, they're gonna kill you. You so damn stupid. Why the fuck do you let them? Because I loved two women in my life. That was the woman who birthed me and my ex. Like, I loved them. Anything they want. I always been a provider. I guess a big dumbass. But I always try to give. I was a pleaser. I learned that's what I was. Pleaser. I'll give anybody anything that they want, just to make them happy. It didn't really matter whether I was happy, not as long as they were happy. I just never really thought about things. But it was with her is when they chained me to the bed in the hospital. They chained me to the bed in the hospital. Okay, boo. Take a nap, Charm. I'll talk to you later. I hope you feel better. And don't forget to do that, you know. Did you go to the dentist, Charm? Anyway, I guess I shouldn't be sure. And the funny thing about me and my ex-wife, if I call her right now, she would be right here. Okay. We have a very estranged relationship, which is fucked up. It's the weirdest thing with me, with my relationships with people. Like, they never leave. Like, I never really left any of my exes. That's why I be telling y'all they be still. Alright, sweetie, get some rest. That's why I be telling y'all I can't share a lot with y'all because they be secretly watching me and shit. I can't stuff with y'all because I'm telling you, fake names be up here. They be like this. Mm-hmm. I have quite a few of them. And the thing is, like, it's amazing now. And the reason why me and my best friend, why he got rid of me, because all his friends told him, not the designer, my best friend was a designer, and I wrote him a letter, and I begged him not to leave me, because if he left me, I wasn't going to have anybody. So I was like, you know, I don't know what to do, and He's actually the one who told me to learn how to do my own hair. He was the one who told me to do it. He's actually the one who told me, who got me started on doing my own hair. My ex-wife is the one who got, it's funny. She started me doing her hair. And I didn't know I do her hair. I used to burn it. She used to fall. I used to burn her hair. She used to fall down her back. I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. It's funny how I ended up doing people's hair. And they started teaching me how to do hair. But she was Puerto Rican and black. So she had hair. Like one side of her hair looked like one person's ponytail. Her whole real hair is like this. But thicker. So even if she lost hair, you wouldn't even know it. But it's funny because at that time, and she is pretty as fuck. But at the time, my ex best friend, I begged him not to leave me because I know I'm throwing away, but I begged him not to leave me. But he was leaving me. His friends was telling him that I was transitioning, and I wasn't. He was like, and this is before I met my boyfriend at the time. He was like, this is before I let the boyfriend look like Tony Terry. So his friends told him not to be friends with me because I was transitioning to a wasn't. This is way before even hormones. This is way before everything. I didn't even know nothing about it. But his friends, everybody always kept telling me that I was transitioning, and I didn't even know what the fuck transitioning was. And then I was like, what the fuck is transitioning? Transitioning what? And then girls used to come to me and ask me to walk balls for them. I said, I'm walking no fucking ball. What the fuck is it? I said, well, I'll do it. I'll walk the ball. She was like, okay, can you walk in heels? I used to get offended. I said, what the fuck you mean heels? They was like, I want you to be a, a girl. I used to get pissed. I used to start fighting him. I said, don't you ever tell me I look like no fucking bitch. It's funny how people see shit and you the last one to seen it before you. And y'all want to hear something even funnier? The woman who birthed me, she pointed to this woman on TV before I even transitioned, and she says to me, look at your twin. You know who my twin was? You ever heard of the supermodel called Iman? She's the first black supermodel. Her name was Iman. I think she was from Africa or something. She said, look at your twin. I was like, everybody got a jokes about me looking like a woman. Now remind you, I wasn't transitioning, but everybody made jokes about me being a girl, and I used to get offended. So I talked to his wife and I asked her, I said, did you used to think I look like a girl, or did you used to think, this is the thing about me and my exes, I'm in touch with all of them. Well, at least except one, because he's dead. But that scares me too when I talk about spirits, but I'm not gonna go there. I be asking myself, is he around me? The thing is, let me tell you, Lester, I used to get upset. I was like, why did everybody keep trying to say I look like a fucking girl? I used to get upset. And it was so funny because this is show you how you doing shit, you don't know it. Remind y'all, I told y'all, already had the hair. I already had the hair. I used to put the pencil on the eyebrows and fix it so you couldn't tell that pencil on until you go into the Pathmark shopping store and that blue light would show up on your face. It's like, my lucky stars, this bitch got a pencil problem. Yeah. That's who, and it was funny because I used to be like, they're insulting me. Then it was this movie called The Crying Game. Y'all ever saw The Crying Game, the movie? With Dell and all them and stuff like that? My best friend at the time said, there's a movie out with a girl that looks like you. And I was like, what movie? He said, The Crying Game. I said, okay, let's go see it. I was like, he said, I got it here. So he put it in. I said, well, where's the person look like me? He said, her. And I was pissed. I said, oh, you got jokes. Drop off little subliminals. But I didn't pay it no mind. Yeah. Because, as friends, we make fun of each other, but it's not, it's not personal. And also, I used to fight people for him. Yeah. So anybody used to fuck with him, I used to be the one fighting for him. Like, I'd be the one, I would always be the one. I was always the one fighting. Like, anybody who needed somebody to fight, they would come get me and I would start fighting. I used to fight a lot. So I get Raven would fight. So I was fighting. I would be fighting anybody you want me to get, point them out, and I would, I would go at it. Now, yes, that's, but this is the thing. It was something on the news about a trans woman who was dating a guy, and she had a son, and the guy took the son and threw him off the balcony, did it to trans, and it was a little boy. And it was in the news. I don't even remember the story. But when it came up, it went back to me again. It was like, okay, I'm getting a little upset with all these fucking tranny jokes, and I'm the fucking tranny in every fucking movie. He's starting to give me, hey Long, how are you, sweetie? I'm like, this is offensive. You're hurting my feelings. I'm not no goddamn tranny. Well, I wasn't tranny. It was a girl. I'm trying to be no fucking woman. I'm trying to be a fucking woman. And I was like, I'm not trying to be no fucking woman. Now, remind you, my hair's long. I wore unisex clothes. Now, everything I did, I'm dressing just like unisex down. But at myself, I'm thinking it's normal where I'm dressing. And everybody keep throwing shit in my face. And I'm getting pissed the fuck off. And I'm upset. I'm mad. They was like, well, you mad and everything. And bitch, you walk around with weave all the way down to the crack of your ass. And, and to me, that was normal. But to them, everyone else, it wasn't. But for me, I was being myself. But for everyone else, it was a problem. Then this woman saw me on the street, and she told me she wanted me to be in this commercial on cable. And she was like, oh my God, I need you to do this commercial for me on cable. So I was like, okay. She want me to do commercial. So I got my suit on, I'm going in everything. So she takes me, she sits me down in the beauty parlor, and she weaves my hair long. So she put this long ass girl weave in my hair, and I'm looking at her going, like, why am I not playing the boy? Like, why am I getting weave in my hair? Like, why is this thing keep happening? Like, you keep saying this shit keep happening. You're like, why does people keep saying this shit about me? And then when you look in the mirror, all you see is this hardcore guy, and nobody sees that person but you. Yes, he threw the kid off the balcony. He threw the kid off the roof. He threw the kid off the balcony. They had in the balcony or at the roof. Or maybe I'm wrong. I mean, he threw the kid off, and the kid caught onto the balcony, and he climbed down. See, I think it was the balcony though. He threw the kid off the balcony. The kid caught the next, and he climbed down, and he took his hands, and instead of the trans woman jumping down to try to save the kid, she's screaming, saying stop it, stop it, stop it, stop. I guess she was in shock. And the little kid is holding on, and the guy climbs down and takes the little kid's hand and start pulling her off, and the little kid is screaming, and he pulls the little kid's hands off, and the little kid falls down to his death and killed him. I think it was in East Orange. And that always stayed in my head when it came out of me and my ex-boyfriend as to fight. And it always bothered me. Remind you, I wasn't, But that's what had happened to him at that time. And it's weird because, you never know like a lot of killing until You know, the internet has really kicked off now. Lord have mercy. I forgot where I was at. So anyway, so my friend at the time was telling me about the, bringing the subliminal and stuff like that. Then all of a sudden, he died. My friend, the designer, he died. But the thing about it was, he stopped being friends with me because his friends kept telling him I was transitioning, and I was. And my best friend was like, if you turn into a girl, I'm not going to be friends with you no more. I said, I'm not turning into a girl. He said, if you turn into a girl, I'm not going to be your friend no more. So I was like, I'm not turning into a girl. I don't even know, Peach. It's been a minute. You'll never get the years from me, honey. But it's always a good try. But it was back in 1901. The horse and buggies. So the thing is, he left. I wrote him a letter asking him not to leave me. He left me. I was upset because I begged him not to leave because I knew if he left me, I wouldn't have no friends. But at that time, he left me with my boyfriend that looked like Tony Terry, the one that gave me his whole check. He didn't care, so he left. Okay, the girl was, okay, the hair weave. Yeah, she sat inside the beauty parlor and she gave me the hair weave. And I'm in there and she's weaving my hair, and she had a weave in my hair like this. She took my real hair and she cut it. And she put a weave, this was long. And I'm looking at it. At this time, I didn't even know nothing about weave. I didn't know nothing about nothing. I didn't know a lot about a lot of things because I always stayed in the house. I know everybody tells me that. I always stayed in the house. Like, I didn't go outside. I just didn't go out. I just never really went outside. That's when I go outside, people look at me like, who the fuck is this? Because they never see me. Like, they never see me ever because I never go outside. As a kid, I just never did. Well, the woman who birthed me used to keep me in the house because she was like, if some little boy get a hold of this child, he going to be a big old bitch on YouTube doing live videos as a woman. Let me stop. Where's Teddy? Teddy done left. And I don't know. It's just weird though. I think a lot of people seen that where I was going and I didn't see it, like they already knew. I didn't know. It's funny how you don't see yourself and everybody else see you playing this day. And people tell you things about you and you're like, that's not true. And it end up being true. Hello, Guy Minens Killer, 11 Killer, Nikki. It's funny how people see you better than you see yourself. I never, okay, this is how transition. This is how it happened. Now, if y'all want to know how it really happened, how I just transitioned, how it really, really happened. Now, I didn't want to be a woman. I had gave that part up and stuff. I left it alone. And this is how it happened. When my ex-wife, I told you it was behind her, when it's true, people see shit like I didn't know. So my ex-wife, and she came and she told me that, because we got, when we got married, she was 5 months pregnant with our child, and I had a good job making a lot of money. So she knew. So after we got married and stuff, we had a baby coming with 5 months. She was 5 months pregnant. We had a baby, had a big wedding and stuff like that and stuff. And the father came up to the wedding and stuff. The woman, it was like a big wedding, but not big. And we didn't last because of she kept accusing me of cheating, and also she kept accusing me of a woman, which I thought was hilarious. And then the thing about it was, she accused me of cheating with a woman, and then she was betraying me. I'm a big asshole on betrayal. If you betray me, I have a problem with you. I don't trust you. That's probably got trust issue. So she was going behind my back saying her stuff about me, and I found out. And I had bought her a car. I bought her a whole bunch of, anyway, so anyway, I moved out. I got a place. I was staying. My ex came and picked me up. The one that's the fight came and picked us up. He found me because he knew I didn't want to be here anymore. My job was worried about me because everybody knew I loved this girl. Like, I loved her so fucking much. And without her, I didn't want to be here no more. Like, I couldn't be here anymore. Because I'm the kind of person, I love too hard. And I don't know how to love somebody less. I think my phone is about to ring. I got this funny feeling. So, I went to work. And, yeah, I love hard. So I went to work and stuff. And we was heading to divorce. And I was going to work and I was crying. I would go in the bathroom and cry. But I threw water in my eyes because I didn't want anybody to see I was crying. But my face used to be like this. And then the girls in my job was like, "Are you okay?" Now remind you, you've been crying and your eyes are still swelled up and red. But I didn't even think of that when I was crying. I just figured I'd get up my system and, you know. So I go back to my desk and people used to watch me. I didn't know they was watching me. So then I go home and I was in Jersey City. I was staying, because my ex came and got me when I was at the apartment. He came and picked me up. The ex that was sick picked me up, put me in this apartment here. He found out me and my ex-wife had left. So I went into the studio apartment. That's when the guy from this building had let me move in there. And I paid him the money. That's when I found the apartment for like $350 for a studio apartment. It was crazy. So my ex found out that I left my wife. When he found out I left my wife, he went over there to find me. Because he knew I was obsessed with her. He knew I could not live without her. He knew she was everything to me. He knew I loved her. He knew I loved her before. So when he found out that the marriage didn't work, he knew that I was not going to be around long. So I didn't want to be here. Like, I didn't want to live without her. So what I did was, I sleep on the floor. I wouldn't buy furniture. I was like, I'm not going to be here longer because I hate being here. And he found out, came to pick me up, got my shit, brought to Jersey City, a place, moved in there with him, and I was like, I don't want to be here with him because I got to go through this shit. Like, I was like, I really don't want to be here with him. But at that point, it was like he the only one like really, really loved me, and I was like, you know, you start second guessing yourself, like, maybe he is the one that loved me. Maybe I made a mistake. Maybe I shouldn't have married him, and then she's pregnant with my baby, and then she set me down. My ex came in, she told me, she said, I have something I gotta tell you, my ex-wife. And I was like, what? She was like, because she told me she was pregnant in the tubes. So that's how we lost the baby, because she's pregnant in tubes. So everybody kept asking me, where's my baby? You know, I was having a son. So where's your son? Because your wife is pregnant with a baby. So I was like, okay, well, mine's her baby. I said, well, we lost the baby because she was pregnant in the tubes. And I'm thinking it's because of stress. And, you know, it must have been part of our problems of arguing and stuff. It made her have a miscarriage. Not a miscarriage. She was pregnant in the tubes. So by her having a miscarriage, not a miscarriage, pregnant in the tube, and remind you, she's on my benefits package. I mean, she's covered with my insurance and stuff. And then she sat me down and she said, I got something I got to tell you. I said, what? She said, I wasn't pregnant in the tubes. I had an abortion. I said, you had a what? She said, I had an abortion. I was like, oh my God, why is you lying? She said, I had an abortion. I said, no, you didn't. She said, if you don't believe me, why don't you ask your mother? I was like, what? She said, if you don't believe me, why don't you ask your mother? I was like, Now, why would the woman who birthed me not tell me that my ex-wife killed my kid? Like, why wouldn't she tell me? So I had a I was like, get the fuck out of here. You a fucking lying bitch. You ain't had no boys. You fucking lying. So we argued. I threw her out the apartment. This is before my mother kicked me out. So then I went to the woman who birthed me and I asked her, was it true? And she said, yeah. So I said, why didn't you tell me? I said, why didn't you tell me that I said, why didn't you tell me that she killed my baby? And she said, because it wasn't my place. I said, how could you say that when? And then it hit me. I was like, well, she never liked you, so why'd you ask her a question? Why would she look out for you? She already showed she didn't like you, you know. So I was like, oh, never mind. So then that's when she threw me out. That's when the woman who birthed me threw me out. After we had that conversation, that's when she threw me out. Then she had the conversation with me. She said, well, something you were trying to tell me. And I was like, what? She said, you was trying to tell me he's gay. That's when she threw me out. At that point, she threw me out. That's when I ended up going back to, that's when all shit happened. My ex-girlfriend, my ex-wife knew about my ex-boyfriends. Like, I didn't have a secret. I didn't live a secret life. My ex-wife, she knew about the men. She knew about everything. I wasn't a secretive person. She knew everything. So I wasn't sneaking around. I didn't do shit. So she knew. Some people sneak, but I didn't do that. But we wasn't together. So she kind of knew everything was going on because we was just best friends. And I knew the men she was with. She knew the guys I was with. We were friends. But when to find out that she would kill our kid because we was that close, it fucked me up. Like, I couldn't believe it. And then I had baby shoes. I had baby shit. I had baby clothes. I had baby this all in my car. And I was like, so I'm sitting in there and I'm like, so after the woman who birthed me told me that she knew about, I said, why didn't you tell me that she got rid of my kid? She killed it. I said, not only she killed it, she used my insurance to get her body together to have a baby by somebody else. She had a baby by somebody else and then came to me. I can't even tell you all that. Oh God, I can't even tell you the rest of that because I have to protect the young people. I'm not gonna do that. So I'm like, ugh. But the thing that bothered me, so when my ex came and picked me up, stuff like that, I'm in this house, stuff like that. So that's when I started going under. Like, I went into a deep depression. So after I went into this deep depression, my ex took me to the doctor and she put me on those stress pills. I think I said this to before. So she put me on these stress pills because I was like really moving through life in a trance. I don't know if you ever been through that, where somebody hurt you so bad that you can't read no more. You can't put words together no more. You just can't. Like, I couldn't read. I went and applied for a job. I found that I couldn't read when I had to go take a test. When I got to read the test, I couldn't put the words together. Like, I didn't even know this was happening. Like, I didn't even know this was even humanly possible. You could just say Raven go down the street. I couldn't put it together. Like, I was like, what? I couldn't figure out what was it saying. And I go to the doctor, give me some pills. I just couldn't get myself together. And at this point, I was dealing with trauma, but I wasn't aware of that's my situation. So I went to the doctor. The doctor gave me some stress pills to give me volumes, and I was on it. I didn't know how to deal with this. And then my boyfriend, yeah, exactly, Peach. And I didn't even know this existed. I had another job working at Prudential Insurance, and they were going to hire me, and I had to just take the test. The big bosses hired me, like I had to take the test to come into the company, and that was it. When I went to take the test, I could not read. I didn't even know this. Like, I couldn't even fill it out. Like, I couldn't even spell my fucking name. And it's funny how I found it out is when I'm taking the test, how fucking mental I was. So when I got home, and I'm in the car with my ex, and I remind you, the ex used to fight me, didn't want me to have friends. I'm in there with him. I'm like, I'm back here. It's kind of like, what's that thing? Color Purple. Remember when Whoopi Goldberg got back and she was sitting at the table and she was like this? And she was like traumatized and stuff, and she was at the table, and That's how I was, but I didn't even know that was me, but that was me. And I'm there and everything, and I'm like, so I still was in love with my ex-wife, and I was with my, and I wasn't in love. He knew I wasn't there with him. It's like I was not there with him at all. He knew I didn't want to be with him. And I was there with him, and I was like, so then I called my ex-wife up to check on my stepson, because I remember I was taking care of him since he was this big. And when I went to call to check up on him, another guy answered the phone. And when he answered the phone, his real father was there in the house with my ex-wife. I think she had moved him in. So when she had moved him in, he answered the phone. I was in shock. And that's when I went over to the medicine he gave me, and I took it all. I took all the pills. I said, I'm out. I took all the pills. It was like about 30 pills. It's a big ass thing of pills. So I took them all, and I drank some wine, and I lay in the bed, and I was waiting. I was like, okay, I'm out. I'm ready to go. Now remind you, I'm laying in the bed. I'm going to sleep, and then my ex-boyfriend walks in the room, and he says, why are you in the bed? I was like, no reason. So he was like, he walks over to the he walks over to the dresser. And remind you, I'm not going to tell you what I just did, because if I tell you, I want you to save me, and the last thing I want you to do is save me. I had a mother who didn't want me here. My ex done killed my damn kid. I done raised a kid that ain't even mine. And I'm listening to his father, who's reaping the benefits of all my damn work. I was like, I'm out of here. I love too hard. I don't know how to stop loving hard. I care about people, and I know people don't care about me. Like, I don't know how do I get out of this. I went to church because I wanted God to save me from my thoughts. I got there to the church, and the preacher read me like for filth, called, making fun of me like a dog. Here it is, I'm at the point I'm ready to commit suicide. The church preacher read me, talked about my clothes, everything. Now remind you, I'm there because I'm about to kill myself. And he talked to me like a dog and read me for filth in the church. And then, that's why I don't go to church no more. That's why I'm believing none of that shit. That's what stopped it there. Then, I took the pills. I'm laying there waiting to die. My ex walks over to me, and he goes, where's the pills at? I said, I took them all. He said, it's funny because I just filled them up on Wednesday. So it must have been on Friday. He said, I just filled them up on Wednesday, and they're empty. He said there were 30 pills. He said it was packed. I said, well, maybe they fell. He said they fell. So he looks around the floor. Remind you, he was like real obsessed with me, so he watches everything. Yeah. So he watches. He finds out the pills are gone. He asked me, said, don't tell me you did what I think you did. And I said, you better not save my life. I said, because first of all, I don't want to be here with you. I don't want to see that woman that birthed me. That bitch done killed my kid. I don't want to be around you motherfuckers. I can't win this fight because I'm not strong enough. God made me love too hard. I love people and I can't turn it off. I care about people. I don't know how to turn it off. I got to get the fuck out of here because y'all some evil motherfuckers. I got to go. Yeah. I was like, I got to go because God made me love people too much and I don't know how to turn it off. So, hi Carla. Hi Gorge. Hello, La Vida. So I was like, God made me love too hard. I can't turn it off. Like, I can't stop loving people. And I don't want to be this way. And I can't stop it. So I was like, So that's when I took the pills. When I woke up, I was in the hospital. They chained me to the bed. they had my arms chained to the bed and they had my legs chained to the bed. You know, thought I was a career criminal. And when I woke up, I knew something inside of me was different. And that's when Raven came to fore. That's when the transition began. That's when everything changed. That's when the person I once was gone and this new girl was there. And bitch, she was stronger than me and she was overpowering me and she was different. So that's how Raven became born, from suicide. So that's how y'all met me now. Because I didn't want to do it. I mean, I heard about it, but I didn't do it. But at that point, yeah. At that point, she came in to protect me. And when she came in, that's when it happened. And I just started, shit just started really happening. Like it really started. That's when I learned that when you're at your weakest point, and I said entities could jump into your body when you're at close. When you're close to death, that's when I knew, because it happened to me. And I knew who she was. This is the weird thing. All my life, I've been known as an Indian. Once she jumped inside of my body, I met her girlfriend. Not girlfriend, but like a best friend. I knew who she was when I saw her, a Spanish girl. And I know who she was. That's what I think, Les. That's the thing about it. Sometimes I think that's what happened. It was like the person I once was. It's like somebody said, oh, they're not going to do this to you. You're going to fight back. And she became so strong. She fought back because I couldn't do it. Yeah. So the thing is, once she came into my body, she worked at the nursing home. She got killed on her way. This is the thing. She got killed on her way on her way to work. She worked at the nursing home helping the elderly. Now this is the weird thing. After she came into my body, became me, everybody kept asking me, are you Puerto Rican? Are you Puerto Rican? I was like, where the fuck is this Puerto Rican coming from? Are you Puerto Rican Dominican? Are you Dominican and Puerto Rican? Or you got Puerto Rican in you? I said, no, I'm black. You black? Like all of a sudden it became questionable, and then everybody started sending me stuff in Spanish. I was like, I'm not Spanish. And they would get offended because they didn't think I would know that I was Spanish. I was like, I'm not Spanish. It was like, and I'm like, and then it became a thing of, why is your house like a Spanish house? Why was the Indians around the Spanish? Indians, Puerto Ricans have Indians and stuff in their house. Why do you got all this stuff like a Puerto Rican if you're not Puerto Rican? It became, they started questioning me as far as not being, it's like I was ashamed of my race. I was like, no, that's like preach. I was like, no, I'm black. And then they was like, yeah. And the thing is like, and they got offended with me because I didn't want to embrace my race. I was ashamed of my culture. I was like, but damn, I was just Indian. And it became weird. And then everything happened. And all of a sudden, all these Puerto Ricans started coming, and all these Spanish and Dominicans, and they just started linking to me. And I'm watching the shift in the room. But I was like, this doesn't make sense. Like nothing made sense. And then when I did the suicide, the only way I could get out the hospital, I had to tell them, my ex-boyfriend who got them to put me in the hospital, I told him, I said, you have to tell them that I not try to commit suicide, because they wasn't letting me out. They was not gonna let me out the hospital. At my job, they rang my phone for 20, my answer machine rang for 20 minutes. Everybody across the world I didn't speak to in years and months was calling me. It's weird. My answer machine went for 20 minutes of people I haven't spoken to in years and months and stuff. 20 minutes. That one night. It was the, are you okay? I got this bad feeling about you. I got this bad feeling about you. Are you okay? That's all everybody kept saying to remind you. I did not tell anybody what I was going to do. I didn't tell anybody. My phone's, I said, okay, I'm being watched. Okay, I'm being watched by something I can't see. And then I noticed the trend and the trend and trend and the trend. It's like something is pulling me forward. And it's like I'm in the pedestrian street and not in the driver's seat. And I'm watching things and I'm watching things. And then I let the woman who birthed me live her life and said, okay, she's no longer your mother. She is your earth parent, but she's a real parent. And it became, everything started shifting. Yeah. And it started shifting and stuff, and things started changing. And that's how it started going. And then next thing I knew, I became a whole new world and stuff like that. And things just started changing really different. So that's how Raven became born. A mess. So now y'all know how Raven became born. It was from a suicide attempt from my ex-wife. So now y'all know how she got here. And she's just fighting, biting, scratching. Well, I was doing that before when I was in neighborhood. But I didn't know that I was angry until my ex told me. He was like, my exes kept telling me, but I didn't believe him. They was like, you like to fight. But I didn't know that I was really angry at the way I was being treated by this world. Like, I couldn't understand, like, why did they treat me so bad? Like, why did they hate me so much? And why didn't God give me that thing that God gave other guys? Why don't I have that thing in me to protect myself like these other guys do? Like, why don't I think like a boy? Why don't I do things like a boy? Why am I this way? Like, it started bothering me. Like, I couldn't shake it. Like, I didn't want to be this way. And I was like, oh, it's not going to win. And then guys used to just take advantage of it because it's like, oh, this bitch is dope. And guys knew. And everywhere I went, people knew. And I wouldn't go nowhere no more because I felt uncomfortable once people saw me. And I just started staying home. And that's how it started. And everywhere I go, it's just like people just stop and stare. It's funny because since I became like this, they don't stare at me as much. When I was gay, they really stared at me. Like, it was 10 times worse. It was way worse. When I became like this, it's not as bad. But that way, it was 10 times worse. The degree was higher. And it's funny because it was like something was introducing to me to something that was coming. And it's getting me prepared for where I'm at now. So, like, when it comes to a lot of girls who detransition because they was once accepted, I was never accepted. So it was not a problem for me, like it's a problem for other girls. Woo, that was a long story. That was a good read. So now y'all got your daily dose of Raven. Some people done left, honey, and said that bitch had a long read. But that's how it happened and stuff. And it was deep. And that's when it's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot. You know, it's so funny. You never know how much shit you've been through until you start telling people about it. And it amazes you that you're not dead. It amazes me that I'm not dead because I've been through a lot of shit. I've been through a lot. And since I became this way, I've had guys try to rape me on the street. Like, I've never known this. Like, why would you want to rape me, honey? I'm a sure thing. But they would want to rape me. I'm like, oh my God. And then I watch my other friends and stuff. They got raped, and my other girlfriends got raped on the street. And Like nobody told me about that. Nobody told me girls get raped. Nobody told me stuff like this happened. They never told me, so I didn't know. Nobody sat me down and told me nothing. It just amazes me that I haven't been murdered. Because everything these other girls have done, I did it. I did it. I said, meet a guy, bring him home. He can stay right here with me. I'm like, boo, I got you. Money, I got you. Need something to eat, I got you. Anything you want, I had him. I didn't give a fuck he had no job. I was like, I got you. No, Lester, because I don't want to know nothing no more, if you know what I mean. It's like I don't want to know nothing. Like, I don't want to know nothing. That's the problem. Like, I really don't want to know nothing. Like, I don't want to know that. I have a guy that I'm with right now every day, and he's dead. And he hangs with me like he's my boyfriend. He's with me all the time. And I had thought to myself yesterday, I was like, you know, I'm with a guy that's dead. I'm like going crazy again. I never left Jesus Christ, Walker. I never left Jesus Christ, honey. Because everything I ever been through, it never happened because he wants me here. Because many times I tried to leave y'all and go many times I tried to leave y'all and go up there. I was like, I'm ready to come and come inside. You stay down there. I need some more work to do. I was like, oh Lord, I'm at the kill somebody. I got to go. I can't. And then I see everything clearly. Like, I see everything. I understand about the reincarnation. I have talks about, I talk to people that I can't see. I have to ask questions. Who is in here with me? I have to often wonder, is it my ex? Remember I told you one who got AIDS, and I was wondering because I think he wanted me to die because he didn't want to leave me here. It's a lot. It's what happens to me when I sign off here. I'm in here with them. So when I leave y'all, they're in here with me. They're in here with me. So y'all not going to go through what I go through when I sign off. Y'all not going to see what happens to me when I leave. You know, only I'm going to see it. You know. So it's and the thing about it, I would be scared, but it's been happening to me since I was little. It's happened to me so much when I was little. I used to get up and they used to get me up and walk me out the house, the building. The woman who birthed me used to have to scream and find me down the street walking. I would be walking in a deep sleep from this to pull me away. So, hey Terry. Yeah, but I don't want to teach not a lesson. And it's like, it's just become overwhelming. It become overwhelming. And I'm trying to figure out, like, it's so much I don't know. And I always tell y'all, if you want to learn anything, the little kids that are just born, they are your ancestors. The little kids that are just born is your ancestors. They are the ones who lived before you. You thinking that they're just getting here. No, they've been here. They're your ancestors. They're the ones that can teach you stuff. You just can't recognize it because it's little. So in your mind, it's always just a baby. You have to keep them from doing things, but they are their teachers. They are the ones. Because if you cry in front of a little baby, they'll stop. They'll look at you, and they'll stop crying. If you cry from a little, like they be crying, you go, then they'll stop. Now, how could you just stop? You turn on music, they'll start. How could you dance? You do this in front of them, they'll start doing it. How could you do it? So I'm teaching them, no, boo-boo, that's not how it goes. They already been here. That's why a lot of them are so damn bad, because they don't want to learn this shit all over again. That's the reason why. No, that's not true, Lester. They do go to us a lot. God send them right back. We live in a reincarnated state of mind. That's the thing people don't understand. People think that it's just one way. It's just once you die, you gotta go to the light. That's not how it goes. It doesn't go that way. We're brought back again and again and again and again. And our life experience keeps saying, why do I feel like I know you? I feel like I met you before. I feel like I know that before. You have proof, and everything keeps showing you, but people don't ready to receive it, and that's fine. Everybody receive everything different. Everybody receive everything differently, and that's fine, because everybody's work pattern is different. And I had to learn that myself, because I learned a lot from little kids. My stepson used to teach me stuff, and he just got here. He used to jump at my shit on stuff. He was only like fucking 4 years old. He used to get my shit all the time. He used to say, come here, I want to talk to you. I said, oh my God, here we go. He used to just get in my case on shit. And I'm like, my friends used to be like, why'd you listen to him? I said, because I know what he is. Y'all don't know what he is, but I know what he is. Thank you, Miss Peach. Exactly. They're not ready to receive it. Let me tell y'all something. I hang with the person who is my replacement for this earth. Do y'all know that? I said I don't say it because he gets pissed off when I say this. I hang with my replacement. Have y'all ever done that? Do y'all know that? I hang with my replacement. I'm hanging with who's going to be the person that's going to place me when I die. They're already here. I already met them in person, which is weird. Hello, 2213 for George. And that's the one y'all see me with all the time. That's my replacement. He don't like when I say that. And I try to tell him, I said, guess because he don't want me to die. But the thing is, he's my replacement. He's 100 times better than me. He's 100 times smarter than me. And guess what? He's Puerto Rican and Dominican. And guess what? He knows everything I'm thinking. He also knows what I'm about to say before I say it. Now remind you, we're not twins, so why are we having twin power activation? He says it's because he people, and that's not true. Because you can't read people. He can say things. When I was here and I was upset, he called me. He kept calling me. He kept calling me. He's like, okay, you going. He knows you can't channel in with me and know stuff. He's not even here with me in this house with me. So how will he know? His thing is, he's worried that I'm going to commit suicide. He's afraid that I'm going to do it again. He's afraid that the next time I do it, I'm going to make it the next time. So his thing is, he don't want me to do it. So he's afraid that he's going to call me and I'm not here. And I don't want to do that to him, you know what I mean? So I won't do that because of him. I won't hurt him like that. But he knows that, like, I won't hurt him. And it's weird because he's younger than me, but I'm fine. I mean, Peach, you know I'm fine. But the thing is, like, I'm not saying I'm going to do anything to myself now. I mean, I'm a lot different now than I was then. But at the time, he knows that I don't handle stress well. Y'all, in fact, y'all know I don't. Y'all know, y'all watch these videos. Y'all know I don't handle stress well. Y'all know how I am when I do the videos. Girls get murdered. I have to take deep breaths. I be hyperventilating in some videos because it's messing me up. And I'm like, I have to get this out to y'all, to share with y'all, so y'all know what's going on. And yes, he's my ex, Terry. It's hard for me to do those videos, but it's funny because everybody I ever been with, my ex, him, all of them, they all are stronger than me. Like, I'm not strong like them. Mentally, they're stronger than me. Like, I'm not strong mentally. That's why I take things so personal. That's why shit bothers me. Like, somebody do something to some people, they be like, well, fuck you, bitch, you know. To me, it bothers me that day. It bothers me the next day. It bothers me the next week. It bothers me the next month. I want to be that person that doesn't say fuck you and leave, but it bothers me. Everything bothers me, and I can't shake it. Anyway, that being said, well, thank you for this raving, going crazy moment. It's 3 hours I've been on here with y'all. It's now 9:12. Yes, Miss Peach. That's the thing. The thing about it is, every story I've done about a girl being murdered, I've done the same thing as her. Like, she is me. Everything about her is me. And I'm sitting here going, how long has this been happening? How long they been killing these girls? Like, why is this happening? And why haven't I been murdered yet? Because I've done. But now I'm scared as fuck. Cause now I got bitches threatening me and But that's the thing, you know, I don't know. I want to be strong. I want to be that. I want to be that person who could do things like other people. But I'm not. I want to be tough. I want to be this way. I'm not. I'm just not, and I hate it. I want to be that kind of person that just say, the hell with you and leave and not care. But I care. I care about people, and that's what I hate about me. All right, Walker. Good night, sweetie. I love you more. I'm fine. Yes, you're probably right. Walker. That's why I got this Gorilla Glue here in my hair. So I can be really strong. Oh. So now I guess I get on, sign off, and guess I have to fix me something to eat. So what is everybody gonna do tonight? I don't want to drink though. I don't want to drink. I'm gonna take this weave. I'm gonna let this part down. I got my clip. And I don't know. Are you painting your nails? I ain't even mad at you. Alright, beautiful people. Y'all have a good night. You have a good night, Peach. And make sure y'all keep watching those notifications. Love you guys. Go out. If you go out, remember, hide your pocketbook because the shopping begins when they get to your house. I love you more. Oh, my spouse is still here. Remember, the shopping begins when they get to your house, so hide your pocketbooks. Just because he dressed nice don't mean he got them clothes honestly. He may have gotten from robbing people. I'm just... I'll be glad when somebody get married so I can go to a wedding. At least see one on TV. Alright, beautiful people. It's 3 hours. See you. Hello, YouNow. Louisiana. 23. Milk rats. Y'all never say nothing on here. Hi, Mike. Carla. Y'all never talk on here. I don't know why though. But love you guys. When are you going to talk to me? They're not going to be happy. But I can wait. I guess you got to get used to me. Alright, guys. If you go out, be safe. Don't drink and drive. Love you guys.